Yeah, I'm ready. There we go. Good now. You guys here? Testing, testing, testing.
Yeah.
There you go. We're good.
Windows, it's a wonderful thing. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Thursday. This is what, October the 17th, 2019. It's another Technical Alpha podcast, Mr. Black.
It is.
And I have to say, your hair is looking spectacular.
Don't.
It's looking great. I like it. I think you should just roll with it, bro. Just roll with it. Pretty soon you get a Jerry curl going.
I might be able to.
You might get a little Jerry curl. You know, a little clean up the neck a little bit.
Yeah?
Get the curl. Michael Jackson for Halloween, just in time.
All right, fuck it. Fuck it. Maybe I'll just let it grow. Maybe I'll grow a fro out.
Just go. Is your hair? Can you fro with that?
No,
it's a little too straight, I think.
Well, it does curl.
Yeah.
But my hair's actually quite long right now. But
Yeah.
it'll start to. There'll be like big curls. It's not. It doesn't look
it's
like
not a tight enough curl.
No, I'm half white, right?
That's
So
right.
I don't have like the nappy hair.
You don't have the full on.
No.
You know what's funny though? My Uncle John, when he was younger in the 70s, had a full blown fucking fro.
Boom.
Pick and all.
Boom. That's
Shit
what's
was,
up.
Shit was crazy.
It's the 70s.
It was 70s.
This
He was
is-
one of those like 5 white dudes that had tight enough curl to grow a friggin' fro.
Nothing wrong with that.
And he rocked it. And he had that Magnum PI mustache.
Boom. Got all the
Some
bitches.
Fucking. It doesn't get any more 70s than a white dude with an afro and a mustache.
No.
It's pretty rough. But ladies and gentlemen, we've got another great podcast for you lined up this week. Thank you for stopping in.
A lot of news.
A lot of news. Just like last week, there was a lot of news. But I guess we can just... Well, first of all, how was your week?
It's just been another week.
Just another week?
It's just been
lots
another...
of RP. I never get to watch. I only get your recaps on Twitter. And it seems like every recap on Twitter this week has been, that was a good day of RP.
Oh, it's been great of RP. But ask me... Anyway. It's a double-edged sword. I'll just keep it there.
Okay.
It's all gravy,
That's
baby.
another win for OTT.
Exactly. Let me close this door before my cat comes in here.
Oh, is Milo? Yeah. Milo wants to go home with me. So, yeah, and as you can notice, we're not in the podcast room again. And that's because your RAM just showed up
Yesterday.
Yeah. And so next week, we'll be in the podcast room.
Yep.
And I also got the stuff in for the banners in the back and whatnot. Dad and I are going to put those together. So theoretically, that room will be 100% complete. Plus,
for next Thursday.
Plus the podcast happening
assuming
there next
both
Thursday.
computers work.
Assuming nothing catastrophic happens.
Yeah.
Like, for example, the RAM that took forever getting here having a bad stick. But I think we'll probably be...
That RAM took forever,
Okay.
dude.
That was weird.
If I would have known it was going to take so long, I would have just paid extra and bought it somewhere else. Right?
Well, I didn't... Well, that came in from where?
It came from Amazon, so it shouldn't have taken that long.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, it was supposed to be around the 8th, and
Yeah.
then it didn't show up, and then it got booked to like the 14th, and then it showed up on the 16th.
Yeah, it was wacky. I think it was less Amazon and more of the carrier just fucked that one up.
Probably.
Like, real bad. I mean,
Yeah.
even the case took forever, too, and that came in. So
I mean, I ordered that shit like the 3rd week of September,
yeah.
and now we're almost at the
Almost
3rd week
of October. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is.
But, yeah, so we'll finally be putting the computers together. But, other than that, my week, great. It was my birthday weekend last weekend. I'm now a fresh 31 years young.
Happy birthday for one.
Bless.
How was your
road trip?
your trip? I know there's some weather.
The weather was garbage.
Yeah.
For 2 out of the 4 days that we were technically gone. I mean, the days were good on the way there and on the way home, and then the 2 days we were there were not so good.
Yeah.
But we still saw almost everything we wanted to see anyway, so it wasn't like a big deal. The only day that was really truly trash was Saturday, where it was an actual hurricane.
Yeah, you couldn't do much
on the island. Like when we went to Shedda Camp, when we got there, the winds were like up over 100 kilometers an hour. And when you're driving along Shedda Camp, you're literally about 5 feet from the water, and there's nothing to stop the wind coming off the ocean.
Great.
So I was driving specifically as far to the yellow line as humanly possible because I was getting blown 4 or 5 feet every time a gust of wind blew up, and there was nothing I could do to stop it. I was like 2 hands. I was basically holding the wheel like this,
Just
and
white knuckling it the whole time.
It was bad. But we survived. Did that. We just played a bunch of board games that day. She kicked my ass in literally every board game.
Great.
Trouble kicked my ass, and she was savage too. I was saying this on my stream. Like, you know the game Trouble,
Of course.
Right? She would land. She'd never played before, but she liked it really quick because she'd land on one of my guys, and she wouldn't just be like ha ha ha, go back to your
She smashed
starting.
him?
She'd like pick it up and she'd be like, fucking throw that shit.
Oh yeah, you get fucked.
Savage.
There you go.
Beat me at Battleship as well. First time playing it, she beat me at Battleship.
Battleship's a fun game.
Beat me at Jenga.
Ooh.
That was a rough loss.
Oof.
She did some crazy shit. Like the tower was.
Adam's being a good guy and letting her win.
Definitely not.
And then
She actually just.
and then playing it off on stream and stuff.
She definitely kicked my ass.
All right.
And then the following day when we were playing at night, she kicked my ass again.
Great.
So, it was a good trip. It's a good trip. No, it was great. The only thing I could say would be the second place that we stayed in was a bit rough for how much money they charged, but it's Shedda Camp, so they can charge whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah. It's either that or you're going to pitch a tent somewhere.
Exactly.
Take your pick.
A lot of people do. I wouldn't have wanted to do it on that day, though.
I wouldn't want to do it really on any day. I'm just going to be frank with you.
Especially not in 90, 100 kilometer hour winds. You're not tying that tent down hard enough.
Nah.
But yeah, it was a good trip, great trip. In all, we got lots of good pictures and we get to see what you want to see, so it was nice. And we got back, and we like any good trip, you came back more tired than when you went.
Yeah.
It wasn't an actual vacation. You come back tired more so than when you
driving,
leave.
like you probably did the driving, right?
I did all the driving.
Yeah. So and like driving in itself is just draining. It's
a
just
little-
especially when you're in a hurricane.
Yeah.
Because you're like hyper
Hyper
like
aware of
aware of
absolutely
everything,
everything.
right?
Yeah.
And you're fucking,
So I was a little tired when we got back, but I'm catching up. Today was I definitely felt it again. Like I drove him to work, I came home, and I'd already eaten breakfast. I didn't even get in my clothes. I was fully clothed back in bed and died until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Great.
Woke up and I was like,
do what you gotta do.
I need to write this podcast. Let's go do that real quick.
Good news.
Good news.
Lots to write about.
Lots to write about. So that was great. So let's hop right into it, shall we? Video game news. That's what we talk about here sometimes. Blizzard responded to what we talked about last week, finally. And they came out. It was J. Allen Brock himself, the CEO, came out to give his statement on the whole thing. And we'll get to the salient points of his release. The first being that Blitzchung's actually going to get his prize money. So that's step one. They decided that he did not break any of the rules of the tournament game-wise, and so it made no sense to withhold his prize money, so he's getting paid.
All right.
So unfortunately for the card game that nobody heard about that wanted to pay his prize money, he's got that rug pulled out from underneath your feet. But, points for trying.
Hey, A+ for trying.
The effort was there. Then they reduced his ban from a year down to 6 months.
I saw that.
They said, you know what? On second thought, 1 year, maybe a little rough. And everyone went, no shit. That's a bit crazy. So the ban was reduced to 6 months. Also, importantly, the casters, 6-month ban. So they're not permanently removed or fired.
Why would they even be banned in the? I still don't fully understand that.
Because this is all I can come up with. They're doubling down on their shit. They're backing off on it, but they're for PR. But they're doubling down on their shit.
Well, they can't fully
they can't backpedal.
No.
So, I think that's all it is. I think that if they left the casters banned permanently, obviously that's the worst case scenario. If they do this and it matches Blitzchung's, then it makes some sense.
Yeah.
Even though in reality
makes no sense.
They just really shouldn't have been. It is what it is. But yeah, so that happened. So they reduced their shit to for 6 months, and then after 3 or 4 days after that, I think 3 days maybe, they finally put down a ban on the college students who held up the sign during the collegiate Hearthstone stuff. And the Hearthstone students were asking for, they are physically are we ever going to get banned, or are you just only going to ban Blitzchung for this shit? Because we did the same thing, because they're looking to stir shit up. That's and then finally 3 days later, they're like, okay, fine, you can have a 6-month ban too. So that happened.
Great.
The most important thing about this entire, or the most interesting, I want to say, well, probably also the most important, was in his release. J. Allen Brock stated this, and this is a quote. The specific views expressed by Blitzchung were not a factor. In fact, not was all caps. Were not a factor in the decision we made. I want to be clear. Our relationships in China had no influence on our decision. To which everyone said, "Go fuck yourself, J. Allen Brock."
That is the biggest pile of bullshit I've heard in a long time.
Just own it.
Just
own it.
Or at least don't say anything.
Or say nothing.
Or just say nothing.
That's probably the better
just say
thing.
Nothing.
Wait until it all blows over. You changed your bans and shit. Now just let it go.
Yeah, just walk away.
You had to say something stupid like it had no bearing on our decision.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, Jay. Yeah, okay. Following that as well. So what are your thoughts on their decisions to claw that stuff back?
I guess it's just good news for the people that were affected. I'm not going to rehash what we said last week because there's so much to talk about this week.
Well, we don't have to.
But it's more of they had the right to ban them if they wanted to. They had the right to take the prize money.
Yeah.
I think it's just a bonus for everybody affected. The fact he gets his money, the time is cut in half. The casters will be able to cast again. Although, let's be real, are they really going to be hired again? Are they really going to?
Well, that remains to be seen.
You know
right?
what I mean? Let's keep it real here.
Yeah.
Is Riot really gonna, or Blizzard
are they going to
really
want to come back?
Well,
because some casters have also just stepped down.
They
entirely.
probably will, because they got to make money and eat. But is Blizzard really going to hire these people again? Call them up. You know what I mean? This is good news for other up and coming casters. Because the reality is nobody just comes in. This is the only way new people really get in the fold is when shit like this happens or somebody retires. So, there's going to be other casters thirsty.
Oh, super thirst.
And I think Blizzard will hire them over because once these two casters come back, everybody's going to talk about it in chat. Because in 6 months, right, it's going to be a forgotten thing.
Well, I don't even know. Well, I think with or without I think even if the casters aren't there at the next one.
Well, I understand, but think 6 months from now. So 3-4 months now, nobody's gonna be talking about this, right? There'll be a very few people that'll harp at them.
I'm actually super interested to see the longevity of how this is discussed. Obviously, it's going to peter off because the internet the internet usually has a 2-week memory. Yeah. So I'm actually surprised we've gotten this far.
Yeah.
But I am interested in how, because it's so tied to an esport. whether or not that's going to make it a more, give it more longevity, because people with chat, it's so much more active than, let's say, somebody just doing it in an offline game, and then nobody's talking about it, nobody's streaming it, whatever.
I don't think it's going to be much. I think now that there's some sort of closure, like there's an end of the story, so to speak.
Yeah.
Within a month, this is going to be forgotten, and then the reason why I say it'll be curious to see if they rehire them, because if they rehire them in 6 months when their band's up, and they're casting, it's going to open up the flood box again for more discussion, even if it's a good thing that they brought them back. You know what I mean? People are going to go, oh, look who's back. Oh, shit, I remember what happened to these guys. Let's be real.
It's another rock and a hard place for them. They either don't and people talk about it, or they do and people talk about it and they talk about China.
Yeah, but I think it's probably better if they don't rehire, because they just don't need to say anything. They've addressed it. It's done. New casters.
It's like they're technically not banned. We're just not
going to hire them.
Yeah.
Which is what they probably should have done in the first place, instead of publicly banning these people. And they have they didn't do anything. So all they could have easily said is like, hey, appreciate your work here, blah, blah, blah. Never call them again.
Yeah.
Or just, hey, we found somebody else.
Which is usually how that kind of stuff goes in the first place, is you just...
But you know why it went down this way? Because they're saving face for China.
Oh,
That's
big.
what it is. They wanted to make a statement for
Yeah,
China.
yeah, of course,
to say everyone that was part of this, done.
And they made several statements.
And now they're backpedaling on it and saying it wasn't about China. It was all about China. The whole thing was about China. So it is what it is.
Yeah. So the follow-up to that is that Blizzard canceled the Overwatch launch event at the Nintendo store in NYC. It was supposed to happen, I believe, yesterday, the 16th. And neither Blizzard nor Nintendo have said anything about the cancellation of the event. The store itself put out a release that said, sorry for the inconvenience, but the event has been canceled. People are postulating how much of it has to do with the current events, and then, but I think it might have some to do with it, but I actually think more has to do with the fact that Overwatch runs like dog shit on the Switch. Apparently, there's an article I linked right there from Polygon. The guy goes over the performance of it. There are a ton of bugs, a ton of issues. Latency or lag is horrible because Nintendo Online, never been good, probably never will be. And so the guy was struggling to hit shots because of lag. And bugs abounded. But more importantly, whether you're in dock mode or handheld mode, that bad boy is a blistering 30 frames a second.
It's a big note for me.
In a competitive shooter.
It's a big note. 30
FPS competitive shooter on Nintendo's online network is going to be a no.
Mm-hmm.
And can you imagine this launch event? They tried to hold like a tournament or some shit with all that going on, all the bugs and the 30 FPS and the horrible latency. No, it's going to end poorly. It's going to end terribly. So I actually think that has more to do with it than the current events. It's unfortunate timing for Blizzard because it makes it look like it is something or has something to do with this latest, shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's pretty rough apparently. And so maybe don't buy Overwatch on the Switch. Might not be a good idea. What was the last thing I had here? Oh, I wanted to ask you, how do you think BlizzCon's going to be this year? What do you think?
Dude, that's soon.
That is that,
and that's next month,
the shitty. That's the shittiest part about all this is that we are inside of weeks of BlizzCon.
Yikes.
Where people are, already know people were going to be bringing back the "Don't you have phones" meme before this even happened. Now the amount of fire
Yikes.
that they've got going in. First of all, they better not do another Q&A. I think they lost their or learned their lesson last time. If they did a Q&A this time,
dude, I'm watching BlizzCon just for the fucking drama.
Shit's gonna be
because this is what I fear. I fear that Blizzard is gonna come out with a whole bunch of mobile titles, and they're gonna be, dude, I'm looking forward to it. That's all.
Well, you're gonna see Diablo there,
of course.
Immortal. Here's what I think. I think they announced Diablo 4 in the hopes to try and cover up and mend what's going on in the news right now.
I don't. I think they're saving grace. I think this is their play. We haven't heard anything yet.
What's their play?
I think their play is, guess what, guys? Warcraft 3 is out now. Go.
Okay.
I think I
don't think that saves anything. I really don't.
You don't?
I really, truly don't. I think Diablo 4 gives enough. But you know what? you know what I also think? Because it's Diablo 4, I bet you they won't have anything really to show. They'll just announce that that's a thing, right? They're like, here's a JPEG. They'll pull like a Bethesda at E3.
Yeah.
Here's a JPEG we're going to slowly zoom in on for Elder Scrolls 6. It's going to be that, but Diablo 4. I don't think there's a winning scenario for them at BlizzCon this year. I don't think there's anything that they can do.
They're gonna get fucked.
And the
People are
shittiest
coming
part
in angry,
is,
bro. People are coming
super
in angry.
And the shittiest part for them is that it doesn't matter what they do, they're going to catch heat. So if they just act like nothing happened,
They're gonna catch heat.
going to catch heat. If they address it,
They're gonna
they're
catch
going to
heat.
catch heat. So there's nothing, so that's why I'm interested to see what tactic they take to try and best. Obviously, don't put the guys out on stage that asked everyone if they had phones again, because that was
Don't ever do that
you need
again.
your best PR guys on stage at all times. Maybe don't put anyone on stage. Maybe just show trailers. Maybe just
You know, it would be pretty epic, dude. There's one way they save themselves. I just got it.
All right,
This is how they literally save themselves.
I'm here for it. What do you got?
Dude comes out, whoever the fuck he's coming out, right?
J. Allen Brock, the CEO of the company.
CEO is coming out, right?
Yeah,
Because he's doing a lot of damage control. He seems
down.
like an okay dude,
He comes down from his throne.
but he comes down, and there's an audience there.
Yes.
It's the beginning of BlizzCon, and he's got to make this opening thing
Gotta
bang.
smash that into the
because
park.
if there's any type of negativity whatsoever going into this, bro, the whole fucking weekend is going to be a gong show. So he comes out and he
That's
says
some
this.
Mark McGuire on Juice home run type shit.
He's got a grand slammy, all right? So he comes out and he goes, all right. Since we know you all don't have phones,
Oh, okay.
Diablo's 4 is coming to PC exclusive. If he does that, he said, because we all know. If he makes the joke, like if he spins it.
Are you proposing he pulls a Todd Howard on this shit?
He pulls a Todd Howard, bro. He goes, like, dude, if he literally says something along those lines, like, listen, I know last year we asked you if don't you all have cell phones?
Yeah.
It's pretty evident y'all don't. So we heard you
Or
loud and clear.
Maybe not that second
I
part.
know, but it's figure out a way. Get somebody to write up a joke.
Yeah.
Todd Howard it and say, you know what? We heard you loud and clear.
Yeah.
So we're bringing a Diablo to you, but it's the one you guys want and love, only to PC. Diablo 4, and then roll it. If they do that, they pull a Todd Howard. They talk about the problem, but they do it in a jokey way. They meme it, and then they give you some good news.
Does he come out in the same bomber jacket that Todd Howard wears?
Better yet, he comes out.
Oh no.
He comes out
In cosplay?
No, he comes out and he goes into his pocket, and he's got his cell phone.
Okay.
And he just tosses it like the fucking Luke Skywalker lightsaber. And he plugs Diablo 4. Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
All right, but which cell phone is he holding? Because if he does that,
iPhone.
he's gonna fuck.
Just the iPhone, throw it.
Apple's gonna be a little salty. Maybe
Okay,
just get a
whatever.
really cheap
I don't give
phone
a
that
fuck. Any
nobody-
type of smartphone.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
You know, it pulls out his cell phone, throws it over his shoulder like the motherfucking lightsaber, and says, "Who needs one of these? Diablo 4 is coming to PC." Boom! So everybody's gonna go, "Oh shit!" Not only for the fact that he just did that,
yes,
but the fact that Diablo 4, and then they roll footage, bro. They roll something like not a banner, but they roll some shit, bro.
That would be fire. But here's the thing:
it'll never happen. It'll never happen. But I mean, goddamn, who needs one of these? Diablo 4 is coming to PC.
Happen.
Oh my god,
that's not gonna happen.
Oh my god, dude, the phone toss would be epic.
If you think J. Allen Brock is gonna do anything that remotely resembles pandering to the crowd, that they just should not.
I mean, hey, I'm just saying that's the only way they win.
That dude's gonna come out dressed in red and yellow,
and he's gonna be sweating.
He's gonna be
like,
bullets.
"Fuck me."
He's gonna accidentally break out into a fit of Mandarin. He's not even speaking English anymore. He's just speaking Mandarin.
He got a cell phone. What the fuck?
Like, oh, sorry. Diablo 4. It's coming to your cell phone.
Cheer.
Oh my god.
Don't do that either. And if you're gonna announce Diablo 4, do not mention cell phones.
What's the next title that's coming to cell phones that they're announcing at BlizzCon?
I mean, in my heart, I don't think it's going to be like StarCraft, Ghost, or whatever, because StarCraft is just a dead IP. I'm gonna go with, dude. If they want to make some waves, Warcraft, World of Warcraft, on the cell phone.
How do they do that though?
If they want to make, can you imagine if they go, guess what, guys? We told you we're bringing all of our IPs to mobile. Well, guess what? You know the game that you love? WoW Classic? Coming to your motherfucking cell phone. People would lose their motherfucking collective minds. That's the only play for a cell phone that would be actually good and one that makes sense and one people would cheer for and go crazy for.
I could see that. I could also see them finally, because Blizzard, they wait forever and then they hop in on some shit. Some variant of team fight tactics, but Blizzard characters, because it works for the cell phone.
Dude, I don't give a fuck about that shit, bro.
Neither do I.
I don't give a fuck.
But
I don't even think anybody cares.
Oh, somebody in China probably does.
I suppose you're right. And at the end of the day,
that's the important part.
It's all about China.
That's all that matters. So, I mean, yeah, I think BlizzCon is going to be very interesting to watch, just to see how they handle this whole situation at their event, and see how what's happened now affects how people respond to whatever announcements they have. I think that's going to be super intriguing to see how that unfolds.
Yep, I agree. What's next?
Especially because just the other day, Riot, their 10th anniversary, came out and said, we're not just Riot Game anymore. We're putting the S
Riot Games.
in Riot Games. And boy, did they. They announced like 417 video games they're working on in an anime.
And an anime. And a porno.
They got on everything. In fact, I've got a list here. Hold on, let me open this bad boy up. I mean, they announced a whole lot of shit. So let's hop right into it. So the first one is an actual is a facelift.
Let's talk about the fighting game first, because that's the one that we've known about for a while.
Oh, that was one that was like proposed or like rumored, right?
Well, they had that thing like 2 or 3 months ago where the fighting game community was there, and then the Riot guy came out on stage or on the commentator desk.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
And said, "Hey, we're working on this game." And then the clip that they showed about 1.5 million times where the black dude is freaking out.
So my favorite part about this is it's called Project L, which with a meme right now of taking the L.
Yeah.
It's a fighting game set in the League of Legends universe that's in early stage development, likely being developed by the remnants of Rising Thunder developer Radiant Entertainment, which Riot acquired in 2016, and that's about all we know. I mean, you can see a trailer that goes, or like a video. It's not even a trailer; it's a video that goes through all of this shit.
Yep.
And so you can see snippets of it, and it looks like a fighting game.
Yeah.
With lead characters.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep it real. The game looked fine. I just don't care about fighting games.
Well, none of these games looked bad. It's just like it's like it was a really all I can envision is they sat down and had a big board meeting at some point a couple years ago and said, "All right, guys, we need to make more than just League of Legends." And somebody just took and said, "All right, well, how about we just go after the leader in each of the genres that are esports compatible."
Yeah.
And make a game for all of those segments. And then they said, okay.
Yeah.
And that was the entire meeting.
We've made billions. Make it happen.
We can do that.
Yeah.
And so that's what you're seeing. So the other one that they had announced was League of Legends Wild Rift, which is a new version of the MOBA built from the ground up with twin stick control scheme designed for consoles and mobile phones, and a focus on 15 to 18 minute games. So it's coming out for mobile in 2020. So this is a way for them to get League of Legends into consoles and onto phones, which has obviously been something that they would have wanted to have done a long time ago, but is probably not the easiest game to convert to phones.
No.
With the power of phones now, though, and the size of the screens and whatnot, probably a little bit easier. So they've got that coming. It'll be interesting to see how that works. And then, of course, on the consoles to see how it does. But this is more of a mobile play than one for consoles. It's just convenient that it can go to consoles as well. Then you've got the one that most of my timeline was filled up with, which was Legends of Runeterra, which is their competitive card game. It's 2019, Jeff, and we're getting another card game.
Woo!
It's a competitive card game set in the League of Legends universe. Cards will not be unlocked via randomized pack purchases, Riot said. Other than that, if you want more information on it, there are a handful of streamers that had videos and stuff and have been playing some of that already that you can see in its current form. And it looks like Magic and Hearthstone had a child. But the way in which the rounds play out, like in terms of like the who's taking actions and when, is what sets it apart a little bit to where I know when I say this it's going to sound like that's every card game, but you're kind of playing like one turn in advance almost in every round, because whether or not you play a card or attack determines what your opponent is or isn't allowed to do. So it's not just so it's not just the cards that happen in that turn. It's also if you do anything at all, what your opponent is then even allowed to do as a follow-up, etc., etc. It looks like it's on the engine League of Legends is built on. You know, it's at that same aesthetic. Definitely a lot of UI improvements that need to happen for sure, especially if this is going on mobile. There's a lot of wasted space, like some massive ass friggin' buttons and shit that just don't need to be fucking that big. But hey, it's a card game. Another thing they can put on mobile. Yep. Another thing they can come after Blizzard, because let's be honest, almost everything that's in this list
going for Blizzard.
Blizzard has a big old target on their back.
Yep.
And really unfortunately for Blizzard right now, announcing all of this during what Blizzard's going through is like some sort of weird fucking perfect storm.
Yep.
Of events. So you can check that out as well. Then there's Project A, which is another one that a lot of people are talking about, which is essentially Overwatch and Counter-Strike had a child.
It looked very, very Counter-Strike-y.
It's super Counter-Strike-y, and then they sprinkled the
Overwatch
abilities in there. And I've seen mixed reactions. I've seen some people who are just like, fuck me, I just want a competitive shooter that's in a different universe that doesn't have fucking abilities. It's like every shooter that comes out has to have abilities.
I don't mind the abilities, though, as long as they're well implemented. You know,
that's the challenge.
That's the challenge. And I think what those people are talking about is, I don't think they. You know what I'm tired of? I'm tired of class-based stuff.
That's what they mean. That's what they mean. That's what they mean.
I'm tired of like, okay,
everything has a class.
I need a fucking tank and a fucking support and 2 ADCs and a fucking this, and I have to play the meta. I'm okay with anybody playing anybody, but I want that to be. I don't want it to be this some sort of team circle jerk synergy thing, and if it's not, it gives people a reason to bitch and complain, and then it just becomes a toxic shit show.
Yeah,
it would just be cool. That's what's so nice about Call of Duty is you don't have to worry about any of that shit. You literally just jump in.
You choose your kit.
You choose your kit. You go.
Yeah.
Like there's none of this extra shit.
It takes the toxicity from just your skill to your skill plus your choice of of who you're playing.
It just gets old, and it's like we've done this now so many times.
Yeah, no, seriously.
It's just like
I'm tired of the class-based shit too, which is why PUBG is. I always go back to playing PUBG, and I was playing some Apex recently. Is that I'm just tired of class shit.
Yeah,
I really.
It was cool for a while because it was different, but now it's done. Like
it's made its way into too many fucking games.
Yeah,
and too many and like too many multiplayer genres. It's like everyone thought that they had to have it now, and so. I don't know. I mean, there are a lot of people still excited about it. The guy who's heading it up is a big CSGO head, which is why it looks a lot like CSGO. And I'm sure people will be following it quite closely because people are always interested in a competitive shooter. So we'll see how that pans out. We talked about Project L. Project F. A very early development project that explores the possibilities of traversing the world of Runeterra with your friends, as Riot describes it. Brief stream footage looked reminiscent of Diablo and other third-person action RPGs. Yeah, you see that? I think it was like Blitzchung.
I saw that.
Was on the screen.
Yeah.
And it did look like an ARPG or like a Diablo type deal. And I'm sure. Okay. I'm most interested in that of all the projects they've shown off because League actually has a fair amount of decent lore, and it might work best in that kind of environment where they have the ability to actually make it into a game instead of just reading about the characters you're playing in League of Legends. Those games are rarely a really bad time. Even if those games are mediocre, you can have fun with them for a little bit. So I'm interested in what their take on a Diablo-ish thing might be.
Yeah, I mean, listen, this is good news for Riot. I mean, Riot needed this because let's
they needed it about 5 years ago.
They really did.
Yeah.
At minimum 3.
Yeah.
But like, Riot's getting old, and people are kind of moving on to many different games. One of which I'm sure we're going to talk about here pretty soon, Fortnite. And they needed this.
Yeah.
The thing is, I'm not sure how this is going to pan out because all of these genres that they're getting into are kind of played out now. People kind of already... I'm not saying that there's going to be a market for it, and League is very, very big.
Just having the name slapped onto it is going to draw a shitload of attention.
Of course. You look at the fucking... the TRT thing or whatever. The
Teamfight Tactics
Teamfight TFT.
Yeah.
That kind of blew up out of nowhere just because of the Riot's name.
Yeah, exactly.
You bring out a Counter-Strike type game, and
that's the only one, interestingly enough, that's the only one not based in League of Legends world.
Honestly, I think that's probably going to be the big one out of all these, simply because shooting games are still super competitive.
It's going to be the shooter or the card game.
That's it.
One or the other.
I think the card game will do fine. I think it's going to be bigger than Magic the Gathering.
Not hard to do. In the Twitch sphere.
Twitch sphere.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be a Hearthstone level. It will be for a while, of course. It'll be new and fresh. But it has a chance to be very big. But I think the shooter thing is going to be... Is there potential smoke and gun? Like, I think that could be big. The thing, though, that concerns me, more so for Riot, is what's that going to happen to League? Because they're going to start diluting a lot of their viewership. Because let's keep it real. Yeah, people are addicted to League. People love League. But a lot of people are also tired of League. And people love the characters. They've been around forever. And they have tons of, like, probably like 130 plus fucking champions now. So they have tons of characters to work with. But now if you're going to start putting these characters into other games, it's going to give the ability for people that are attached to these characters and the lore and stuff to want to go and try something else. And I don't know what that's going to do for League of Legends in general, because... Let's keep it real here. League of Legends is only popular right now because of the content providers that provide the content.
Yeah.
If the big streamers stop streaming the game or the professionals move on to another game, and let's keep it real, I'm going to throw a random number out there. It's not true, but let's say 80% of the people that are still playing League full-time don't want to play League full-time. They haven't for a long time. I know many, many content creators that still play League of Legends today, and I can tell you they want out. They just can't because it's
we talked about this with Teamfight
moneymaker.
Tactics. Is that it gave them a reprieve from League of Legends,
and their fan bases be much more receptive to them
it's
moving to another property.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're not abandoning the community because you're still being under their umbrella. So the fact that now they're giving so many choices, and it also, let's keep it real, this fighting game, this card game, and this shooter all have a chance to be big esports. Specifically the shooter and the card game.
Well, I think their goal with all those is for them to be a big esport.
Of course, and they even talked about the anti-cheating and how how they're gonna. They've kept that in mind since day one. It's gonna be like one of the hardest games ever to fucking to cheat in and whatever. Talk your shit, right? People are gonna find a way.
Yeah.
But either way, the fact they're doing that, it tells you that they're going to try and to replicate the success that they had from LCS and League of Legends into another thing. When you do that, and the already pros within League of Legends or even big personalities that stream and play the game, Dollar signs are going to go through their head, and opportunity is going to go through their head. Like, this is my fucking chance to get out.
Yeah.
Not only that, get onto another scene on the ground floor, and I'm already going to be one of the most well-known because I'm coming from the very, core from where this property came from.
It's a really easy launch
It's a massively easy transition.
Yeah.
So the success of any of these games, if they become big, I fear it's going to hurt. And I don't really give a fuck what happens to League of Legends, but hopefully League, I'm sure Riot knows this, they could lose a big chunk of viewership, a massive chunk of Twitch viewership and presence. Because no matter what, if we go on Twitch right now and go to the browsing, League is going to be in the top 4. Period. It might even be number 1, number 2.
That probably
right?
is right now because LCS is
so they're going to be at the top. Once you get these big players gone, and say if 2 of them or 3 of them are over at this fighting game, or sorry, we'll say the shooter, 1 of them is over at the fighting game, 3 or 4 of them are over at the card game, you're now diluting all of them. So it's going to be very tough to have Riot, because when I think of League of Legends, I just think of Riot, right? It's Riot. To have them, now maybe they want 2 or 3 games in the top 10. Maybe they want 2 games in the top 5 at all times, opposed to having 1 in the top 1 or 2. But they better play their cards right. These games better be good. And if they are very good, this could most certainly be the downfall of League of Legends. And let's be real, they've kind of been on the downfall for a while.
Sorry, there's a let's be real counter in chat right now because I think you're at 5 in like the last.
Let's be real. Let's keep it real.
Let's keep it real.
All
about
right.
keeping it real. About keeping it real.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking super real.
I don't give a
real
shit.
cubed.
Hey, I already streamed 10 hours. Fuck off. All right, let's keep it real.
No, I get what you're saying. So I don't think it matters all that much to them because the way that they're going to look at it is this: it's still going to come. The revenue's still going to come through Riot. The eyeballs are still going to Riot. The people who are going to want to stick to League are going to stick to League. The LCS isn't going anywhere. Korea by itself will float fucking... Korea and China by themselves would float LCS. While that shooter specifically is likely to be super popular in Europe and in Korea. Koreans also big fans of shooters. It's just the shooters that we traditionally see in esports here are not what they're playing. But if it's coming from Riot... it could be a game that they decide to take a little bit more seriously. And just like anything, if the Koreans take it seriously as an esport, then the rest of the world suddenly takes it seriously as an esport at some point.
Yeah.
And it becomes a more high-profile thing. The card game, obviously, is more of a play to get things onto mobile to make a lot of money. But the card game is also likely to have a decent shot at...
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna hot take, I think it is going to dethrone Hearthstone because I think Hearthstone was already dethroning itself. And now, if there was going to be one company to create a card game that was going to dethrone Hearthstone,
Well, that's it.
Riot is the one.
Yeah.
So it was never going to be Magic the Gathering or anything like that. It wasn't going to be Elder Scrolls Legends or some shit. It was going to be Riot making a card game. It was never going to be Valve. Valve tried and failed miserably. But I didn't ever think that Valve
There's a chance.
was
I mean, you
going
could
to do
be
it.
right.
And so all they have to do is not fuck it up so bad.
If it's a competent game,
then
they've got a shot.
Then they've got a really good shot at it, right? The fighting game, I think, is neither here nor there. I'm interested in seeing how it works for sure. The fighting game community is so dedicated and they self-sustain anyway.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be about does Twitch pick it up so much as it's does the fighting game community pick it up.
Yeah.
And that will just be one of those things you'll have to wait and see when people get their hands on it. Because the fighting game community are tight asses when it comes to which games really make their way up to the top. So, I mean, I'm going to say, congrats to Riot for finally entering the multi-game sphere of video game development.
But when are we actually going to get these fucking games? Like that's the
you're not
other thing,
You're not going
right?
to see the card game stuff. I think the access to it for most people is going to start in early 2020, and you're probably going to see that kind of pan out 2020, 2021. These are announcements, right?
Yeah.
They're probably going to start hiring like crazy to try and start to fill spots to develop these games faster. They probably already have been to a degree, but I suspect now that they're public, they're going to be looking even more so. Yeah. And then we'll just have to wait and see. But I think they have time. They've already picked games that are kind of like or genres that are mainstays, but they're not exactly on a climb right now.
They're not.
So it doesn't really matter when they come out. I think it's just going to be when they come out, are they good or are they not good? And that's it. Because they're building esports games. I mean, some of the stuff isn't esports games, but the big heavy hitters are esports games, which is Riot's domain, right?
100%.
So we'll have to wait and see how it turns out. But there's more to this. I mean, there's the League of Legends esports manager, where it's like, the soccer manager except esports. Where you're going to be it's a team management game that lets players manage a team of simulated League of Legends pros that sounds similar to the Football Manager series. And it's apparently planned to launch with League of Legends Pro League support next year. So,
cool.
Neat. Also, Teamfight Tactics is coming to mobile finally. It wasn't able to immediately right off the bat. I think it was because of the fact that they tied it directly to the League of Legends client, so they had to separate the two. So Teamfight Tactics is on its way to smartphones. That's probably going to do fairly well for them there. And then Arcane, which is the animated series, which is set in the League of Legends universe, planned for 2020 as well. So I think a lot of this is actually just 2020. And then I think some might squeak into 2021, but a lot of it you're going to see next year sometime. Then League of Legends Origins, a feature-length documentary highlighting the game's growth, available now on Netflix.
I'll pass.
Are you sure? It sounds dope.
I am absolutely sure.
So yeah, they covered their bases here. I mean, they launched a lot of shit, and it's not common. Let's be real. It's not common for a company to come out and drop this many projects simultaneously in the spaces that they're dropping projects. I mean, this is, it really does seem like an assault on Blizzard specifically.
100%.
And my God, did they unintentionally pick the best time.
Dude, and you know what, man? Honestly, as much as I don't give a shit about Riot right now, they look like good games. Like, they look like games I'd try out. They all look confident,
yeah.
It's not like I'm seeing anything and I'm going,
Here's the other thing to this, is that a lot of people are obviously making the comparison between Riot and Blizzard in that Tencent outright owns Riot.
Yeah.
This isn't like a percentage stake like it is with Blizzard. It is a 100% ownership. And so the question a lot of people are asking is, why aren't people boycotting Riot in the same way they're boycotting Blizzard? And again, I'm going to stress that it is less about the fact that they're owned or backed by Chinese companies and more about the ways in which they at least publicly show, because if it happens behind the scenes, people aren't going to be able to get up in arms about it. Yeah. Publicly show how much they're towing the line for the Chinese market. And how they go about doing that. That was where people were really putting their...
Well, also, it's not Tencent that's doing this. It's these...
I mean, Tencent's pretty heavy. I mean, any major company in China is basically government.
Yes, but at face value, it's Blizzard's the ones that's making the calls publicly.
Yes,
Tencent
they still
is
have
just
to
sitting in the background.
Exactly.
Well,
Tencent has the money.
They're going, hey, stop this.
It's the same as Epic and the games that are choosing to take the money, right?
100%.
It's Epic is just, it's not Epic's fault.
No.
Epic is saying, hey, as a business, they're not even doing anything shady.
No.
They're just saying, hey, would you like some money? And people are saying, yes, we would.
Lots of it.
And somehow that's Epic's fault. Like,
just the way it is.
Crazy. So that's mostly it. Now, if Riot made a similar faux pas in relation to the Hong Kong stuff going on right now, would people act the same as they do with Blizzard? Probably.
Of course.
But that's not the case, and that's why you're not seeing it. Like I said last week, everyone has a different catalyst, and that Hong Kong piece was
the show.
A hell of a catalyst. So there you go. So League successfully branched out Riot,
and it all looks pretty good.
None of it looks particularly bad.
Actually, I think all of it except the fighting game is something I'll try out.
Yeah, exactly. And even the fighting game, I'm not going to try it, but I'm going to be interested to see
what it's like.
Yeah, and if competitively, because some fighting games are pretty dope to watch.
Yeah.
So, you never know.
And League's already got great characters.
For sure.
They got some cool characters.
Who doesn't want to see, Riven versus Braun? Just throwing out random names. Let's talk about the next big piece of news this week, Chad. It's just the hits just keep on coming. I don't even have it in here. I didn't need to put it down. You said it earlier.
Fortnite.
Fork knife is they you know what Fortnite is? Fortnite is the Apple of video games, where they don't do anything unique. They take other people's ideas and then iterate on them and polish them to the point where, and then they act as if they made them. But more importantly, I call them the Apple of video games because, let's be honest, they are better at marketing than they are at game design.
Yep.
And my God, is this the perfect display of they are better at marketing than they are at game design with Fortnite.
Somebody got a bonus.
Round 2.
Somebody got a bonus.
Several bonuses.
So big.
Probably
they don't even,
corner office with a window.
A whole floor. Just a floor.
Penthouse.
Just a whole entire
glass. 360
they built
degrees.
This person a building.
Yeah.
Do what you want with it.
Yes.
It was almost glorious to watch.
Yes.
From just a I haven't even played this new Fortnite, so I don't know.
Well, I haven't played Fortnite in so long that I wouldn't even be able to speak to the changes they made to the main game. All I can say is that apparently they reduced all of the fuckery guns and all the shit down to like a core. So they almost pressed a reset button. I mean,
they did
in the game. Otherwise, they literally
pressed.
They nuked it to the point where there's a black hole, and there was like 700,000 people watching streamers watch a black hole.
Yes,
we're in the wrong business.
Well, and on Twitter at one point there was 12 million people.
Yes,
logged into a fucking black hole.
Yes. Yeah.
Dude, it is one of the smartest plays that I think I've ever seen in gaming history from a company. Because let's keep it real.
I'm calling that's the title of the podcast.
There it is.
For this week.
Let's keep it real.
Let's keep it real.
Dude, Fortnite was turning into a pile of dog shit.
Everyone agrees with you. Nobody disagrees with that statement. It was bad.
They were adding
it was real bad.
Shit for the sake. They sold out so hard.
When the planes showed up, I started going, bro, what the fuck is this?
There were fucking mechs and fucking weird.
Yeah.
They had more movie deals than fucking, they wouldn't even know what to do with it. They had people throwing money and they were throwing things into the game.
So much money.
They were just...
Anything. It was a catch-all. It was whatever came their way. If anyone had $5 and an idea, they go, fuck it. Yeah, put it in.
And everybody, all the community screaming, stop. Stop. And they keep going. Stop. And everyone's so addicted to the game. And everyone's so in love with the game. And they're saying stop. You know what these genius motherfuckers did? They collected so many checks. And then they said, you know what? We've gone too far.
We have gone too far.
We have actually gone. We're on. So we just finished season 10.
You back the fun bus.
You know what we need to do? We need to hit the reset button. And then that guy that got a free building went, wait a sec. Let's actually...
Well, you know what he did, Jeff? He said, you know what other game did this when everything was so dog shit that they needed to press the reset button? Final Fantasy 14. The reason why the current stock game is called A Realm Reborn is because, like Fortnite, the game was dog shit.
Yep.
And they literally ran the servers and did an apocalyptic event that showed the destruction of the entire thing, and then had cinematics and shit to go with it.
Yep.
That all happened in on the fly, and then they rebooted in this new game.
It was genius, bro. It was genius.
It was genius for Final Fantasy.
Yeah, but you know what? Fuck, no one's talking about Final Fantasy.
Well, not anymore.
They're talking about Fortnite now.
Yes, yeah.
These motherfuckers, while people were streaming the game.
Yes.
The whole fucking world started. People were going, what the fuck's going on? And then they go, wait, what do I say? Everything's just going...
Black hole.
Black hole.
Yeah.
And then they go on social media and it's like... The end is here. The fucking it's over.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
And then everybody, millions and millions of people. It hit news, everything. People were it's trending all over. What happened to Fortnite?
Lady Gaga and Ninja were having a Twitter social media circle jerk for a while there. Lady Gaga actually asked, "What is Fortnite?"
Yeah.
And then followed it up with, "Who is Ninja?" And then Ninja said, "I don't know. Ask Drake." Added Drake. And then other people are going, what the fuck is happening right now? We're going to have like a Ninja, Drake, Lady Gaga triple threat Fortnite
and there was people
streaming marathon.
There were kids all worldwide that were losing their collective minds, thinking that the game was actually over. And I'm sitting there going, guys, this is a fucking play. Fortnite 2 is coming out.
Oh, yeah.
And I saw it, bro, and I said,
what else was it supposed to be? What the fuck else was it going to be?
And then I go, these motherfuckers are so goddamn smart.
Yes.
They just pulled the plug on a game that had gone to shit. And I said, I guarantee they're going to go back to the core. They're basically going to hit the reset button. They're going to just call it Fortnite 2. But better yet, they called it Chapter 2, Season 1.
Yeah.
So they did 10 seasons. Dude,
so the question is there a Chapter 3 eventually going to happen?
Of course. And I think they're going to do things a little differently each time. And this game's going to progressively go to more shit.
Add,
it's almost, and then just get rid of it, right? And go right back to the core.
Why couldn't they have bombed the building out of the game?
It's something that like Call of Duty should have done, like a long time ago, where it's just gone to absolute
how the fuck are they going to do that?
It was just so perfect what they did. I was just in awe by how well. Not only did everything just kind of run, but how well it was marketed, how quiet it was. Nobody saw it coming.
This could have gone poorly if it didn't work the way they needed it to.
It worked perfectly.
And it worked perfectly. And you know what? To have the nuts, the game went to shit, but it's still on its top game.
Oh, yeah.
And so to have the fucking balls to nuke the number one played game on Earth.
Even to stop that revenue for fucking 2 days or whatever.
I mean, that's a big dick plays right there. That in
itself. I can't even imagine how much money, dude. And then Sony puts out a tweet and they go, guys, we know what's going on with Fortnite. Just want to let everybody know your V-Bucks are fine.
Yes.
Contact Epic if you have any further questions. Can you imagine the
support ticket system on Epic that day?
Imagine 10-year-olds and 12-year-olds are like, dude, where's all my V-Bucks? Where's all my shit? I spent $350 on this game. They're going fucking losing their collective minds.
Yes.
Going crazy. This is one of the greatest things we're seeing because now everybody that was sick and tired of Fortnite are going to go, oh, this is a fresh start. It's kind of like that Call of Duty mindset when you get a new one every year. And you're like, the bullshit you deal with, maybe this time it's different.
You have to tell yourself a little harder, though, that it's a fresh start with Call of Duty.
Yeah, I know.
You got to do some serious...
This one, they physically showed you.
They showed you that's
nuking
reset.
the damn goddamn game and then bringing it back. New map. New game. Back to basics. Getting the hype together. It was genius. It was genius. They win.
They win. That was a big play. That was a big play. And I mean, I don't. There's nothing else to really say about it. But they win.
They fucking won.
They win.
They fucking won.
I still don't want to play the game.
I don't, but
they win.
Damn, that was genius.
You got to respect the game. You got to respect
and they're on
the
top
process.
now again.
Of course,
it's fucking hot. It's a new map, new things to explore,
dude. The
new
amount
content to create.
The amount of marketing they got out of pulling the plug for friggin' 48 hours or whatever the shit it was. The amount of social media buzz generated is insane. It's crazy. It's incalculable. Somebody's probably tried internally, but after a while they said, you know what? Fuck, it doesn't matter. We came out on top on this.
They are fucking bitches doing cocaine and getting just absolutely hammered.
Yeah.
In celebration.
They actually might be doing so much coke, they might be just fucking each other.
Yes.
Like it could just be a giant crack binge, MDMA fueled just clusterfuck at Riot HQ.
It was a beautiful thing to behold. I mean, just from a marketing, just like a business standpoint, you just look at it and you just go,
just a bunch of guys just circle jerking each other on a cocaine just fueled binge.
This is incredible. I can't even hate. I couldn't have thought that. I couldn't have thought it. I couldn't have thought it better myself. The game never even left fucking beta.
No. Well, it just kind of progressed until it was, they didn't even talk about it leaving beta. It was just like, here it is. It's there. So that's the thing.
They called it Fortnite Chapter 2, bro. It's the same goddamn game. They didn't change. It's the same. It's a different map.
They just pulled it back. They kept the quality of life improvements, but then reset to all the guns to be back down to 2 assault rifles, a shotgun, a sniper, and just said, all right, here it is. Now go be really good at building. And then the guns serve very specific purposes, and that's the show.
I love it.
That's what it needed.
Congrats, Epic. You did it again. You did it again.
Good fucking job. At the same time, and unfortunately timed all the same, PUBG announced their next major update with their next season. And to be honest, if it works, it's pretty cool. So watch the trailer for it, and they've added a bunch of improvements. They're overhauling the desert map entirely, and the most important thing here is that they have a pretty major mechanic change where you can throw items to your allies, whether that's ammo, healing, whatever. If their inventory is empty, it will go right into their inventory. If it's full, it will land near them instead for them to deal with later. So if you're in battle and you're up against a wall and you need ammo and you're not like running over and dropping it at their feet, you can physically throw up to 15 meters, apparently, in game.
That's cool.
So ammo, reload, you're off to the races in battle with full
health
like
packs,
squads
anything.
and shit. Health packs. Dude, then you can throw melee weapons. You can throw pans at people now. You can get like insta kill pan throws if your opponent's at the right place at the right
that's
time.
That's kind of cool.
It is. So if it works, I'm all for it. I still need that game to be optimized to fuck, but having the ability to do that would be fun to watch. Pros in squads who are playing positionally throwing items to each other to make that work, or just ending a game throwing a pan at the back of somebody's head. That's a pretty good meme.
That's a win.
That's a pretty big win. And then again, they redid the entirety of Miramar, which is like the least favorite map for a lot of people, the big desert map. But for me, the most exciting part was the Winchester on that map. You only had iron sights on it. I loved using it because it was a lever action like Western gun, and I loved using it on that map just to see how far I could shoot somebody with it. They're actually allowing scopes on that bad boy. I saw it in the trailer. It's game over.
Damn.
It's the fun shit now. So anyway,
that's cool. It's a cool little update.
It was a cool little update. So yeah, we'll see how it works. For all I know, knowing PUBG, it's probably going to be busted as fuck. But maybe it's going to be good.
Cool.
We'll see. Next up on our list of never-ending news for this week, Halo Infinite continuing to suffer losses for whatever reason. So remember a few weeks ago we talked about, or I don't know if it was a few weeks or a couple months ago now. Time flies. They lost their creative director. Left the company. Okay, well, this week they lost one of the lead producers.
They're just losing motherfuckers.
They're just losing all of their head people. So the lead producer is gone, left 343 Industries. The statement from them, of course, is that everything is going as planned. Nothing is, nothing. There's no underlying fuckery going on here. It's just that they weren't needed at the project anymore. They're moving on to other things. But my question is, why don't we hear about this with all the other high-profile games when it happens? We're just hearing this about Halo Infinite.
That is true.
We're not hearing this about like a bunch of other games. We're hearing it about Halo Infinite. And so I don't know why it seems to be so specific to this game. But yeah, the producer's gone, and she now works for Midwinter Entertainment, which is the studio that the former studio head for Halo 5 Guardians, Josh Holmes, is also currently working. So I don't know. Maybe it is just completely innocuous. Maybe it is whatever, and nothing. The game is fine, but when it just doesn't sound good when your lead creative director and your lead producer leave, and the project is still over a year or so, or about a year away.
Yeah,
like that just doesn't sound good.
It's not adding any confidence.
No,
I'll tell you that.
No, that's just it. And this game, like we talked about before, this game needs everything.
It needs it.
This game needs a Fortnite Chapter 2 level of marketing brilliance.
We ain't getting that.
That's probably not going to happen.
We ain't getting that.
Next up in what the fuck news, one person spent $150,000 on a Transformers mobile game. I'm going to say that one more time. Somebody spent, a singular whale in the mobile game market, spent $150,000 US dollars on a Transformers mobile game.
So what you're saying is he bought the actual game. Like he just bought.
Give or take.
Now he collects royalties.
$150,000.
If you told me that for like a game like CS:GO or League of Legends or Star Citizen.
Star Citizen's the one that came to mind for me. I was like, there ain't even a crazy bitch in Star Citizen dropping $150K yet.
Dude, that's on a fucking Transformers mobile game? Jesus.
Of all the games.
Man.
That is some deep shit.
I need everybody to press F to pay respects
to his bank account.
Jesus, man.
Or more specifically, probably his credit cards.
Yes. Jeez, that's terrible.
In slightly less what the fuck news, and news that I'm a little bit excited for, Horizon Zero Dawn 2, which we all know is eventually going to come.
It will.
It's just a matter of when. Seems like they're ramping up for some sort of announcement or something maybe for the next E3 because they just showed up at the studio Goodbye Kansas, which is the studio that produced the Cyberpunk 2077 E3 cinematic. And so they might be getting the same treatment for Horizon Zero Dawn 2, so that when they announce that bad boy...
Still gotta play that first one. I still gotta play it.
Dude.
I know.
That game is so fucking good.
I know.
You should definitely find some time to play that bad boy.
Yeah.
The stream will enjoy it, too. It's a fun game to watch.
Cool.
Because the combat is dope. So, yeah, definitely one to play, for sure. Oh, and then we have the Analogue Pocket. Did you see me? I tweeted at you this shit.
I did.
Tell me that doesn't look fucking dope.
That looks dope. I'm getting one. That thing looks dope. And at what, $199?
$199 US, yeah. So for those who don't know, can you copy and paste that in chat so people can
I
come?
can. I'll just send I'll send the website. The link to the website.
That's the other thing that you can do there. So this is it's called the Analogue Pocket. It's a multi-video game system portable handheld, a digital audio workstation with a built-in synthesizer and sequencer as well. A tribute to portable gaming. So this thing is, I mean, it's really quite impressive. It operates on similar kind of FPGA or whatever it's called tech that it doesn't. This is not emulating. This is a gate by gate recreation of the hardware.
Yes.
That allows the games to be played as if it was basically the
actual
console.
Game. Yeah.
And so right out of the gate, this bad boy supports the 2,780 plus Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance game cartridge library. Right off the rip. Everything. It's a lot of games. The Pocket works with cartridge adapters for other handheld systems as well, like the Game Gear, the Neo Geo Pocket Color, the Atari Lynx, and more, which will require, obviously, because the cartridges vary, adapters, which you'll be able to purchase separately if you own those games and you wanted to use them. You'll just buy an adapter, slap that bad boy in, you're off to the races. The Pocket is designed around a first-in-class 3.5-inch 615 ppi, which is pixels per inch, which, by the way, is like 6 times that roughly of a 27-inch 1440, or 27-inch 1440p monitor. I think it's roughly 6 times almost.
Damn.
It's about 5 times at the very least. So it's a high pixel, because that's a sharp screen. With a 1600 by 1440 resolution. Pocket has 10 times the resolution of an original Game Boy. There you go. Pro level color accuracy, dynamic range, and brightness. There has never been a display this advanced in a video game system. I can tell you outright, there are a lot of people with monitors that aren't that good. Let's see here. And then the music part of it's really cool too. There are a lot of people doing chiptune music and whatnot. A lot of people that use old game consoles and actually rip the sounds off of them in fairly, honestly, not easy ways of doing that shit. This is going to make doing that for these games way easier because it's all built right in. It's a digital audio workstation called the Nano Loop. It's a synthesizer and sequencer designed for music creation and live performance. So you can do the shit on the fly. So you can capture music and play it live as well. And they give an example there. It's on Twitter, and that thing is probably on the website as well, but you can listen to a little thing that they put together. It's dope. And it's an FPGA. So it supports third-party FPGA development. We added a second FPGA just for the devs to develop and port their own cores. So this has the ability to get a lot of support for a lot of games, a lot of systems, and be on the fly. And it looks good.
It looks nice. It's sleek looking.
Whether or not it'll be comfortable to hold,
it's
another thing altogether. But it looks really good. It has triggers and stuff, so there are a lot of consoles that it could theoretically emulate, and you could play with it. Oh, and then one more thing that they have here, which is also fire. Taking a page out of Nintendo's book. The analog dock. So when you want to put that bad boy down, you can play it on your TV. That is... oh, boy. So place the Pocket into the dock and it outputs directly to your HD TV. Sync up any wireless 8-bit DOE Bluetooth controller to the dock to play wirelessly. And you can play directly via wired USB as well.
Crazy.
So 8-bit DOE makes like all like recreations of all the old controllers and shit. So you just pick up one of those bad boys.
Choose your sauce.
Put that onto the TV.
Boom.
Play yourself any one of 3,000 some games.
Crazy.
In perfect 1-to-1.
That's crazy. For $200.
So there's no input latency or anything like that
bro,
comes with it. This is it's the show. It's the same.
You're experiencing this better than what you've experienced it when it came out.
Yes, because you're actually getting full color. Unless you had a CRT that had RGB inputs out of like Europe, or you had SCART.
Yeah.
And or you paid substantial money to have your N64, let's say HDMI modded or whatever.
This is it.
This kind of reproduction to play your old games is the show.
Yep.
It's quite something. So let's see here. I want to just read the specs. They've got some specs. We already talked about the screen. It's a rechargeable lithium-ion battery. All buttons are mappable. Stereo speakers, micro SD card. They do specify that you can't play ROMs via this because it's an FPGA. You can't. It is not an emulator. It is literally like a recreation of the consoles at a hardware level. USB-C charging, so it's going to charge quick. 3.5mm headphone output. Thank you. Don't pull an iPhone or fucking everyone else in phones right now and get rid of it. Original style link plug, so you can link just like you did with your Game Boys for like Pokemon and any games that needed link cables. HDMI output, 2 USB inputs for wired controllers, Bluetooth for wireless controllers, and DAC compatible. So you can also hook up a digital audio or digital analog converter of your choice to deal with the audio and make it sound even better.
This thing is dope.
For $199, shit's fucking crazy. I'll be honest with you. The dock hasn't been announced in terms of how much it's going to cost. But really, I mean, they could charge almost anything. The fact that just the base is $199 US for what it's offering.
Shut up and take my money.
Fucking crazy. They're going to sell out this shit instantly.
Yep.
So there you go. That's just fire. It's in the same vein as we talked about many podcasts ago about the Super Nintendo recreation that they did with the FPGA stuff.
Yep.
The NES that they did before that.
There's a market for this.
There is a
Yes.
Because, again, especially with HD TVs and stuff, and like all the workarounds that people have for converting to HDMI, and some of them are good and some of them are bad for like giving you your true color accuracy and all that shit.
Yep.
It all adds latency.
Yep.
It all makes it more difficult to play. And then there are purists that will go out and buy Sony fucking like studio monitors to get their RGB cables and shit and all that stuff. That's great. But for literally everyone else that just wants to plug in their retro games into an HD TV and experience them just like they did when they were younger, but look better, but still are playing 1-to-1.
Done.
With no emulation.
Yep.
This is the show.
Yep.
It's the fucking future of keeping this shit
alive. Yes.
It's the future.
This stuff's probably going to go up in value, honestly.
If this stuff
as
comes
more
around,
of this stuff becomes available, it really is there. The price of games are going to go up.
It is for sure. So there you go. There it is. It's dope. It's absolutely dope. So you're going to grab one?
Oh, come on now. You know I'm going to grab one.
Are you ever going to grab the Super Nintendo and Nintendo ones, though?
Those are a little pricey.
They are pricey.
Those are pricey.
They're also like the majority of your catalog. But yeah, dope. 10 out of 10. Great news all around. That's it for gaming news. We finally hit the end of the gaming news.
Boom. Oh, it's that time.
It's time for sellout, Jeff.
NordVPN. I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, NordVPN. If you guys are interested in picking up a virtual private network NordVPN's where it's at. 70% off using the promo code OTT. Link is in the description of this video. If you're listening to this on any RSS feed, you can head on over to our YouTube channel and click on any of our recent podcasts in the description. Or if you go to the website, when you check out, make sure you use the promo code OTT. If you don't know what a virtual private network is, it essentially masks your IP so that not only can you remain anonymous and safe if you're out in public using a public Wi-Fi, if you're even in the comfort of your own home, if you are from Canada and you want to watch US Netflix, or maybe you're
from a place that rhymes with Ina,
China, and you want to watch things you're not supposed to,
or just use the internet.
That too. NordVPN's great. It's the best in the business, and at a less than a cup of coffee a month.
That's right.
You can go ahead and get a membership, 3-year term. So you pay once, you're good for 3 years. Check it out. And if you don't like it, it's a 30-day money-back guarantee. So try it out for a month. If you don't think the speeds are up to scuff for you, if it's not doing what you think you want it to do, which it will change your IP, or at least mask it. Then you can get your money back. Over 5,100 servers in 60 different countries, no data logging. Very, very easy to use. It is super user-friendly. Like my dad uses a VPN, and he is pretty much computer illiterate.
But can he program a VCR, Jeff?
He probably could.
There you go.
Probably could. 24-hour customer support, up to 6 simultaneous connections. So if you have you and your spouse or your kids or family around the house, if you have an iPod or an iPad, an iPhone, a laptop, you can do up to 6 of them at the same time. Compatible with basically all operating system, Windows, Mac, iOS, Android. Peer-to-peer sharing is allowed, unlimited bandwidth, and once again, 30-day money-back guarantee. Big shout out to NordVPN. If you guys are looking for a VPN service, go support them by using the promo code OTT, and that also supports us because they sponsor the podcast.
That's right.
And the more people that support our sponsor, the more they're going to continue to support the podcast.
That's right.
So, yeah, there they are. That's the plug.
Fucking fantastic.
Patreon.com/LagTV. If you guys want to go and give directly, you can.
We have been rock solid at about 2,500 for months.
I'm not complaining about it.
I'm not complaining about it.
No. Would I like it to be higher?
Yes.
Sure.
I mean, I'm not going to say no to that.
No. We have shipped out a bunch of stuff, merch.
All but about 3 people.
Yeah, so if you guys actually got it, let us know in the chat or let us know in the comment section. Say you got your stuff.
Hit us up on Twitter. Like a few people have been showing pictures
tweet
of getting
it. We'll
their stuff.
retweet it and stuff like that. Show it off. On top of that, if you guys are above the $100 mark in continuous support, so say if you're a $5 or $10 Patreon and now you've reached over $100, head on over to Patreon, private message us, and let us know that you've reached it. Send us your full mailing address, your phone number, your postal code, so that's your full mailing address, and your name, your full name. And once we get about 10 people, we'll do another batch.
Yeah.
And then we'll send all those out. Because we've still got a ton of product here. So we still want to make sure you guys get all your merch. And you basically get everything. You get posters, pins, stickers, little thank you card, everything. You get one of everything.
Yeah, I just caught up. I was unaware, like literally like 2 days after we had, or I had done the Excel spreadsheet to add everyone to give to Kayla. She was writing all the names out and stuff. 1 or 2 people had sent messages. I wasn't even aware of that until I checked it here like last week.
Okay.
So I added them to the list. So I think we have 2 or 3 people. So like you were saying, once we get to about 10, we'll take all that to the post office and send off that stuff. And if it's taking too long,
we'll just send it out.
Out.
Yeah. We'll get another shipment out definitely before Christmas.
That would be the idea.
Yeah.
To try and get the stuff out before Christmas. Yeah. So there you go. Mr. Black.
Yeah.
Movies and TV.
Movies and TV.
Jeremy Renner, who's Hawkeye. Being accused by his ex-wife for a murder-suicide attempt during the custody battle over their 6-year-old daughter.
I heard about this.
Shit's cray.
It's crazy. accusations. When there is custody over kids,
That was my first thought, was when the custody battle happens.
people say and do crazy shit.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's none of my business. And it's he say, she say.
Yeah, it's her saying that he's got like a fucking crazy like cocaine, drug, alcohol problem, and then was saying,
Well, he might.
He might. And she's saying that he was like saying things like he just wants to, there was there was some crazy shit. He's like this, like she's saying, and this was a quote from him, is what she's saying, that it was better that his daughter had no parents than to have her as a mother, meaning to, like, she's interpreting that as murder suicide, and saying like could not deal with her anymore, and he just wanted her gone. Which, bitch, that don't mean he wants to fucking kill you. That just means he doesn't want to have to deal with you anymore. Let's be honest.
I mean,
unless he specifically says,
I'm gonna fucking kill you,
I'm gonna
and kill
her.
myself.
Yeah.
Then
The odds of that are, I mean, come on. I mean,
unless you're high on coke and drinking, I mean, I don't know. But once again, it's he say, she say. I'm not about to jump on her dick. I'm not about to jump on his dick.
No.
At the end of the day, the real loss here is the fact there's a kid in the middle of all this bullshit.
Yep.
And it's public.
Yep.
Which is just bad all the way around.
And that's really it, is that because the kid's in the middle, I find it real hard to believe anything that's too extreme. Like like him maybe doing some drugs and drinking, almost guarantees in Hollywood.
Yeah.
She probably does some drugs and drinking. Him going on a murder-suicide rampage?
I mean, I've seen crazier, but at the same time, I'm not about to jump on that train.
No.
I'm not about to...
I feel like I know you can't just know, but I feel like it would be a little bit more obvious if Jeremy Renner was going to be a murder-suicide suspect.
Yeah.
He doesn't strike me as the type of guy.
He strikes me he could do some cocaine.
Sure.
He actually kind of looks like he's seen some shit.
For sure. I don't think he's the type that's going to go out there and start murdering people. But hey, you never know. You never know.
And if it's true, then, this motherfucker needs
All
to be,
we can do is hope that this is quick and not too crazy, so that the kid gets out of this situation as fast as possible.
Yeah.
And that whoever the kid ends up with, it's a positive for, is the right one. And that's really, I mean, how shit is for a judge to have to sit there and try and sort out which one of these two people should have sole custody of this child.
Not fun.
You make the wrong choice here, and you're fucking that kid up
for life. Yep.
Yeah. That's all I have, other than us talking spoilers for Joker. So do you have anything else before we get to that? We'll make that last so people...
There's movie-related news. Oh, I saw the Breaking Bad movie. Did you watch that yet?
No, I refuse to, because I've heard so much bad things about it, and I was already so on the fence about Breaking Bad in the first place that I was like, you know what? I'm happy where I am with
You were on the
Breaking
fence?
Bad.
You didn't like it?
Well, I liked it, but I felt like... I liked it, but I just didn't love it.
Okay. I loved Breaking Bad.
There were some episodes that I think are some of the best television ever made, but like as a whole, like the property as a whole, I was hit or miss on a lot of shit. There were parts of that show that I thought just did not need to be there.
Well, I mean, they were dragging the show for a while. It was so successful, right?
That was just it, right?
But I loved the show.
Yeah.
I pretty much hated whatever they did there.
Yeah,
because
and that's what I've been hearing from most people.
Because ultimately, like, cool. It was. I said it on Twitter. Like, it was cool to see some old familiar faces, and Crazy Todd, one of the characters that was in there, he gained about 60 pounds, and they were doing basically flashbacks. Not really spoilers, but they're doing flashbacks, and he's 60 pounds heavier than what he was when he did the show originally, and it just took you so out of it because you're just like, what the fuck? Like, he
ate
just
a few burgers.
Did he ever?
Yeah.
So that was weird, and ultimately, obviously no spoilers. I won't spoil anything, but it didn't do anything for me. It didn't really. It wasn't a movie by any means. It was basically 2 episodes continuing right where the series left off, like right where it left off.
Yeah.
And it didn't really answer many questions, or there wasn't really much of a different outcome. It was cool to see the characters. It was well acted. It was written fine. It was just unnecessary. I didn't need it. Whether you watch it or you don't watch it, it's going to make zero difference.
Yeah.
It's not going to make you not like the show anymore. It's not going to make you think any differently of the show. It's
Which
just
begs
there.
the question:
Why?
Why?
Money. Netflix money. That's it. Netflix money.
That's fair.
That's the show.
Anything else?
No. I think that's pretty much it. I don't really know of any other crazy news that has happened. The preview came out for The Rock and for his role in the
Some other board game thing?
no, the Disney thing with the
the
ride.
ride. Yeah, I know what you mean. I don't remember the name of it. Yay.
It's more, bro. It's more Rock being The Rock.
I'm kind of over The Rock, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm kind of there. I'm
kind of over The
I'm,
Rock.
I'm literally. I'm actually not even gonna go see this movie.
No.
But I'm like one movie off of going Rock.
Buckle
bro.
up for Fast and Furious.
Yeah. He's not doing anything different. He's not challenging himself as an actor. It's fine. It's competent.
Yeah.
It's a okay time. And sometimes it's a good time in the theater.
Yeah.
But I can't get excited about it because I've seen it. I've
It's
seen
just-
it over
It's too
and
much.
over
It's too much Rock.
and over. The only thing that looks decent is the next Jumanji because he is playing. He's actually like acting in a comedic way where he's playing a different character, like he's himself in his own body.
Yeah,
But he's playing I
another
think what's
character.
his face, little fucking crazy, little old guy. Somebody in chat will say it, but that looked funny.
Yeah.
Other than that, bro, I might actually have to take a T on The Rock for like 2 years.
Well, dude's got like 2 movies a year, minimum. Plus Ballers and whatever else he's doing on TV.
Ballers is done.
Titans.
That's
and shit.
done now.
Oh, that's done.
The last episode, I think it either aired just recently or it's about to air,
Oh, okay.
and then that show's over.
Yeah, it's just too much Rock. And like you said, it's the same Rock in basically everything.
Yeah.
So, that's
It was fine for Arnold and stuff because Arnold wasn't in a movie like every 6 months.
no.
He wasn't on social media every single day.
It was like a movie every year or two.
Yeah, it was like it's like Rock overload.
Yeah. He's everywhere.
Danny DeVito, that's it. Thank you.
Yeah, Danny DeVito, yeah. Honestly, I would have rather just Danny DeVito.
Yes.
I would rather Danny DeVito pretending to be The Rock than The Rock pretending to be Danny DeVito.
Whatever
that'd be
happened to the
1,000
Rocks?
times-
Whatever happened to the Rocks show, the Titans or
It's
whatever?
still going.
Is it still going?
That's still a thing.
Okay.
I watched an episode.
Okay.
It's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
There's an entire cult of Ninja Warrior.
Yeah.
I think they were probably going after that crowd. I'm not in that crowd, so I don't know how successful it is. But
I just think The Rock right now. I mean, he's doing so. I mean, financially, the guy's crushing it. The guy's making like $100
well, that's
million
his
plus a
goal,
month.
right? Like
He's just making.
He's not doing this, but to go out there and be seen as a pretty good guy and make as much money as humanly possible in as short a period of time as he can, and that's it.
Yeah, and he's succeeding.
He's succeeding.
Better than anybody else in the world.
Exactly.
So I'm happy for him, but
Yeah.
goddamn, man, it's starting to get real hard for me to get excited about watching this guy's movies.
Shall we jump into it then?
Yeah. We'll talk about the Joker.
We'll mark it here as if you don't want to have spoilers for the Joker movie, and then in chat we'll let you know when we're done, and then we'll come back for tech support. But we're gonna talk some spoilery stuff.
Yeah. So go ahead and
Mute if you need to, Mr. Black.
Yeah.
Joker's a good movie.
It's a great movie.
Talked about it last week. It's a really fucking good movie. So let's talk about some of the stuff that we couldn't talk about last week. What is your spoiler including review if you had to review this movie?
Well, I would say, I mean, the story in itself is pretty explanatory. You've got a guy that is mentally, he's got a condition. I guess that's one thing that we didn't really talk about last time. He's got that laughing condition where he just laughs whenever you could tell when he's under a lot of pressure or he's stressed.
High stress scenarios.
Yeah. He starts doing laughing uncontrollably, and it's almost painful for him.
Well, you can
because
see he's trying so
hard not to
stop
laugh,
himself.
but he can't not do it.
Yeah.
So that was like a really big, obviously, it was a huge, and it explained his laugh too, which was cool.
Yeah.
And I loved how he did it because it wasn't like the Joker that we kind of know, where the Joker just kind of like comic booky laughs whenever he's getting ready to do crazy shit.
Yeah.
He would start laughing at like really dark or really just in parts where you're like, don't laugh there. You know, you almost like you feel for the guy because
on the train with the three white dudes or whatever the fuck.
Yep. Even when he was on the train again or the
kids.
bus when the mother was there
with the kid or
with
whatever.
the kid and he's just trying to play with the kid and he looks like dog shit and she's like, don't fucking and then he starts laughing and then he hands the card. He would keep handing people a card and it would say like, hey, I've got this condition, you know, I'm sorry, blah blah.
It doesn't reflect how I actually feel.
Yes.
This is just something that happens. Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
Dude, that was my favorite part of the whole movie. Was how well he portrayed those moments, of which there are many in the movie, where he's laughing when he does not want to laugh, and how crazy he bridged like this almost sounding like he's going to cry, but he can't. But he's laughing, and the struggle of stopping to the point where he almost sounds like he's going to vomit.
Yes.
In spots.
Yeah. It's almost like he's like closing his throat so that no sound can even come out.
He's trying so fucking hard, and my God, he fucking crushed that shit.
Crushed it.
He crushed that shit. That was my favorite. That was my favorite part of the whole movie. Was that specifically because it was so well acted that I couldn't even envision anyone else doing it. He did it so well that I was trying to think of like who else could possibly have made that work. And he just did it so well that I couldn't even see somebody else doing it.
He did say he's willing to do another one. Dude, the movie is actually tracking now. It could make $1 billion. It really could. It's making fucking boatloads of
How's it doing overseas?
Cash. I'll actually see here. Joker box office. I thought it was going to go for $500 million. It's already past it. It's at 563 million.
I was saying what, 7?
I think you said 7. Yeah.
But I mean, the way it's going, it could crack a bill.
Oh, it really could. It's insane, dude. The budget was $55 million.
Dude, this guy acted the shit out of that movie.
Budget was $55 million, bro.
Everything.
It's made almost $400 million overseas.
There you go.
It's actually past 600 now. It's 606.
Oh, there you go. $600 million.
606
for a movie like this, you have to put that into perspective.
Million.
For a movie like this to make $600 million,
a character piece.
Is a character piece. That's like almost unheard. It must be unheard of. This has to be a record for a character piece.
Well, I'll check what Logan is, which probably made a lot of money too. My guess is probably like 7. Oh, Logan made $619 million.
Oh, this is gonna beat Logan.
Oh yeah.
Easy.
Oh yeah.
Easy.
And the budget for Logan.
Way higher.
Twice as much.
Yeah.
More than twice as much. There's a lot more special effects and action.
Way more of that stuff in there.
$619 million. That's how much Logan made. Joker's already there almost. It'll be there by the end of this weekend. Way past.
It
could honest. I don't think it's going to hit a bill.
It's going to get
I think
up
it's going to get like 800 million.
Yeah, it's getting up there.
And then you've got fucking streaming,
then you
Blu-ray,
release later on,
behind the scenes shit. Like, this thing is.
So for me, other than the laughing, how they tackled the laugh, and of which again we said this last week because it wasn't a spoiler. His laugh is fucking 10 out of 10. In this is how they tackled the involvement of Batman in this movie.
Yep, I like that.
And the origin of Batman.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they lined this up so that if they wanted to do another movie,
they can.
They have the origin of Batman, or they could do an offshoot from that starting point where Bruce Wayne's father is framed as a bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know comic books well enough, but is the first that I've personally seen, because I'm not a comic book guy, of that being the branch that they take, where his father was considered kind of a bad guy, which makes sense in this context where it's not just a random killing anymore, which I think was what we've heard in the past, give or take, was just, random thug stealing, purses and shit and shooting them. In this one, it wasn't that. It was these guys found them outside. They know that he's like the linchpin for this super rich, in Gotham, and that's why he gets shot, which I think is a far more intriguing genesis than just I was snatching some pearls.
No, I agree.
And
I actually truly believe that we're going to see Joaquin do this again.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited because at the end of this movie, he finally becomes Joker. Because this is a movie about Arthur. This is I think it's Arthur Fleck. I think
Arthur
Fleck, something like that.
Something like that.
Arthur.
It is Arthur. Yeah.
At the end of this movie, he's Joker. But he's not even he's crazy Joker, but he isn't the comic.
He's not
booky
Joker
over the
Joker
top.
yet.
Exactly. So he has even more room to develop this character from where he is at the end of this movie to where he could go in another 2 hours of movie time. So I'm very, 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 very I'm excited. And dude, Joaquin doesn't even do sequels. He literally said, "I don't do sequels." He was asked directly. He said, "I would definitely." If the story's right,
Dude,
I would definitely come back and reprise my role.
Everything he did in this movie, and everyone. I don't want to just talk about Joaquin because I think everyone in this movie,
everyone did great.
Did super well. The girl, his mother is the girl that you see all the time in American Horror Story stuff, yeah, I mean, everyone did a really good job. There was no really weak acting anywhere. And let's talk about the twistiness that they threw into the movie. So where he's disassociative, where he has a hard time differentiating reality from his own crafted reality.
Yeah,
and there's a point in the movie where.
The part where he goes back to his apartment, his neighbor's apartment.
That's where it starts.
Yes.
Anyway, you get a hint at that.
At least that's where we think it starts.
Well,
we actually might not even know.
And that's what the end of the movie was like. The whole thing, right?
Yeah.
It was almost like the Inception spinning top kind of ending.
Yeah.
But it was we had some foreshadowing earlier in the movie that could be the case because they discussed it. Mm-hmm. But you don't really think about it until that scene where. It's the scene where he cracks. It's the scene where the three guys on the train come after him, kick the shit out of him. He shoots two of them in self-defense. The third guy was just outright murder.
Yep.
And functionally becomes the Joker at that point. He runs home. Literally sprints home, gets into the apartment, and just walks straight down the hallway to the girl's room, who's the girl that he sees on the elevator that day, and walks right in and just starts fucking making out with her and shit. And the assumption is that they got it on.
Sex. Yeah.
And everything, but every scene that we see her in post that, including that part, gets erased later on when we find out that was all just
in his head. Yeah.
In a similar manner as when, and the thing that tipped me off to it early on in the movie was when he was watching Murray on TV in his mom's bed, and he envisioned being in the audience and him being called down and the hug and everything, and then he snaps back to the bedroom or whatever later on.
Yep.
And that was like the first. Was that they did such a good job?
I know it was.
They did such a good job of not making it look like a flashback of some kind or like a different thing.
Yeah.
That you almost saw it as, and I think that was the whole idea of it, right?
They filmed it just flawless.
Smashed it.
They
smashed it. They go back and they show that reveal, and then you go, okay, well, then what else?
That's the part that excites me is where I'm going. Okay, what in the actual fuck? What else was real? What else wasn't real?
That's right.
Who was really helping him and who wasn't? What was real? What it was. The whole thing's a mind fuck, and that's what I love about it because I have to watch it again. I'm sure there's probably already YouTube videos of people picking it apart where you
trying to find connections to
It's such a smart movie, and it's open ended so that really I think you can take it
Yeah.
any way that you personally want to take it.
Yeah, exactly.
Which
Because it
are
doesn't
some
really
of the
change the outcome of the
It
movie.
doesn't, no.
It all ends up being the same.
yeah.
With the sole difference being, of course, is that at the very end of the movie, he's shown to be in an asylum being interviewed, and then he leaves and he's walking down the hallway and he's got bloody footprints. So the assumption is that he
killed her.
He killed the interviewer or
Yeah.
the worker, the social worker. And then it's him just running back and forth in the hallway being chased down. But the question becomes, did the entire movie happen in his head?
Exactly.
And that was his turning point where he just kills the girl and he gets out and he becomes the Joker?
Yeah.
Or
Is that the future and he's talking to somebody about everything that
like
happened?
how far into the future
I mean,
is
who
it?
like that's the thing is who really knows?
Because at the end of the movie,
well, he's fine. He's on
before
a
that,
police. He's on a police
He's
car.
on a police car. The whole city is
like,
rioting.
yeah, and
how
he's-
would they
he's like,
know?
you know-
how would they know that he's personally part of anything beyond anyone else who's
Exactly.
wearing like just everyone's going batshit.
Yeah.
So,
Well, they would have saw him on TV, right? So that was because it
Well,
was
they
being
would've saw-
broadcast
they-
on
yeah,
the
they-
television,
well, yeah,
right?
oh,
and
yeah,
then
that's
he was
true.
at large.
Yeah, that's true.
So
That's
so
true.
you know
but how would
everybody.
they have found? I mean, the city
Well,
was
because they're in
like,
the cop car, right? And,
on fire.
Yeah, because when he was getting arrested,
Yeah.
everybody was outside and they're already protesting outside.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then
They
everyone
broke him
started
out.
following. Yeah, they started following, and then that's when he got in a crash. They pull
Yeah,
him
yeah.
out, right? But there was one part of the movie, and it was at the end where I would have liked to have seen it end, and it kept going.
Yeah.
It was a part where he was talking to the girl, and then she ends up asking him a question, and he answers it, and I forget the line that he says. But it would have been a perfect line to just black out the movie and end right there. And I don't remember
shit.
what it was.
Um,
And then it continues. And then we have the next scene where he's going out in the hallway and he's skipping around and stuff like that. It would have been cool.
I know the exact line
And it was
you're
like a
talking about.
perfect, dude. It was like a perfect. Somebody might say it in the chat.
It was like it was,
She asked him a question, and then he says it so perfectly. Oh yeah, you think this is all a joke or something like that? And he says
You wouldn't get it. That's it. Yeah, you
if
wouldn't
they would
get
have
it.
ended
Yeah.
the movie right there, because the
Yeah.
way he does, he's like smoking a cigarette or something.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's got that fucking that. Now he's Joker. You know,
Yeah,
he
he's there.
understands how the fucking world in his own mind works now.
Yeah.
And I would have loved to have seen it just black out there, but they kept it going, and I think I know why they did it, because they wanted
It was to leave the
you guessing.
open. Yeah, the
to leave you
guess.
guessing,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
what was real and what wasn't.
Yeah.
But I thought that I thought that would have been a great place to end it. I think it would have
Oh,
been
for
more
sure.
of an effective ending to black the screen there, or at the very least black it, and then at a post-credit scene,
Yeah, have that
have
stuff.
him come out and skip around and
Yeah,
do whatever, right?
I would have been okay with that as well. And apparently they had several endings.
Oh, that's right. He says, "I thought of a new joke," and then
Oh,
she
right.
asks,
You-
like, "Oh,
you
what
wouldn't-
is it or
you
whatever?"
wouldn't
And he
get it.
says, "You wouldn't get it."
Yeah.
Something like that. And it was all
And
the whole
punchline
conversation.
apparently was her being dead.
Yes, and then he skips out.
Skips
and
out,
there's blood on
his feet.
Yeah,
Yeah, apparently they had several endings to it, so I think it'll be cool eventually if they release the on Blu-ray or whatever, and they're talking. Maybe we get to hear more about, or maybe we'll talk about it later, what the different endings could have been. Because I would have loved to know what the hell the multiple ideas they had to how to wrap that all up. But ultimately, yeah, what a good movie. Some of the best cinematography I've seen in a long time. Some of the best acting I've seen in a long time.
oh, by far.
His ability to you can tell that Joaquin has been trained in like modern dance.
Yeah,
All the scenes where he's dancing in the film, it's not completely random. That is some modern dance shit that he's thrown into this movie. That because he's very good at contorting his body, he made himself look a lot more sickly than he was.
oh,
I mean,
for sure.
he dropped a
He
lot
was
of weight.
skinny, but
He was skinny,
but it wasn't like a Christian Bale skinny
no, he
or
wasn't
like
the
Matthew
machinist or whatever
McConaughey
that was.
in
Yeah.
fucking Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah, exactly.
Type skinny. He was
Like-
skinny as fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
And he looked ill, but it wasn't like skin and bones to the
No.
point where
But he was really good at rolling his shoulders forward and
you
pushing
could
his
see like a
blades
bone
out.
and stuff, and like he looked bony and
Yeah,
things like that.
and the lighting helped. You know, they did really well with the lighting. Top-down lighting will like shadow all of that shit, like all of his ribs and everything, and it just made him look way more, distorted than he was, and yeah, just What an incredibly
10 out of 10, bro.
What an incredibly good
10 out of
movie.
10. It was fire.
10 out of 10.
Fire.
All right.
Tech support.
Shady, you can let the chat know that it's safe if they have it muted. We're going to get into tech support now. I was just informed that we lost power back in the city.
Great. We lost it here, actually, for like 30 seconds. I'm like, oh, fuck. And then it just didn't.
And it came back. Odds are it was just like a tree playing with the line, whereas down where my parents are, probably a tree on the line. Yeah. Because the city hasn't done a good job, or should I say, Nova Scotia Power, Emera, hasn't done a good job.
Our lines are garbage. I will say they work hard to get the shit back up and going.
Yeah, but they
need
to spend this to clear the trees away from the line. They used to do that for a long time, did a good job of clipping them back. You drive anywhere in the city now, the trees have encompassed.
Or put the fucking power lines underground.
Well, that in Halifax is a little difficult because we're sitting on granite.
Yeah, we are sitting on granite.
You get about 6 inches down before you hit granite.
But holy shit, what a difference that would make.
What a pocketbook difference that would make. Somebody would be, our power rates? We'd be paying that off until we're dead. All right, let's hop into tech support. Let's see what we got. Every week, ladies and gentlemen, patreon.com/lagtv. If you want to be able to ask us questions, $10 or higher as a supporter every week. I put up a post called Tech Support on the Patreon page. You get to get on there, ask your question. Good chance that it gets answered. That's how this works.
That's how it works.
Let's see what we got here for this week. Black Jimmy asks, what's your favorite and least favorite genre of music?
Favorite? Hip-hop. I would actually, honestly, R&B is my favorite. Least favorite, country.
Least favorite for me is like screamo death metal.
Yeah, I mean that's
That and country is close, but I would rather listen. I can listen to country.
I'll go with you there. I didn't really want to put them as a genre, but since I guess it is.
Well, it is. It's a certain sect.
Right.
I mean, the problem with talking about metal for anyone is that the metal community is very, very protective about metal, and if you don't say the exact specific
type of metal
genre of metal, you get yelled at.
All right.
But everyone knows when we say screamo death metal.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, I hate that shit.
That's my least favorite by miles. I don't even consider it music. You take the screaming out, I can appreciate the instrumental play, especially the drums and stuff are really impressive. Bass lines and stuff get impressive, but I can't listen to it.
Yeah.
It just makes me want it has the opposite effect on me that apparently it has to the metal group, which would be like, it makes me calm and not want to kill people. And for me, it's like, I want to kill some babies.
Yeah.
Specifically children.
Yeah.
When I listen to that music.
I hate it all.
My favorite genre bounces so fucking much. I'm somewhere between like it bounces between three things, and nobody's ever on top very long. Hip hop, acoustic stuff, and electronic music. And that's a whole thing, whether it's house or dubstep or...
Sometimes you can get all three of those mixed together
EDM,
in one fucking thing.
You get all that into one thing, right? But yeah, those are like the three. But as far as like acoustic stuff goes, so just like, guitar, even if it's... Or sometimes even like jazz music and stuff like that. It bounces around. It really depends on what's coming out at the time. Radio music right now is garbage.
I don't even listen to any
there
music.
There is... Dude... 7 songs on rotation right now.
I don't fuck with
At
music.
any point in time, if you turn on 101.3, it is one of 7 songs, any time of the day, guaranteed. And if I hear Lizzo's fucking diabetes ass fucking blame it on the juice ripoff of Jamie Foxx's shit song one more time, I'm gonna fucking put her on the Jenny Craig diet myself. This shit is heinous.
Straight up.
It's not even a good song.
No. They're all bad, bro. I don't do radio music. I'll do it.
Fuck. And I finally remembered the name of the song that we talked about the other week. That was like the one song that I can't fucking stand. And I finally saw it on the radio another couple of times, and I can never remember the name of it. I think my brain just blocks it out permanently.
Great.
Will asks, have you ever been cuffed by the police?
Nope.
Vlad says, it's bro love time. What's a quality that you like about each other? Jeff's the most tenacious motherfucker on earth. You can tell because of his hair.
I'll take tenacious. I'll take tenacious.
Tenacious D. Cock push-ups.
Fuck. The best. Oh man, that's a tough.
It's a long list, I know.
No, honestly, it is a long list. You're a good dude. I would say Adam. I would go probably your best quality is you're a friend, bro. You're a real friend. Like you're always there. Like Adam is not a selfish person.
Can we say let's be real?
Let's be real. I mean, he just is. Like, you're just a good dude. Like, I could go to Adam for anything. He'd listen, and he'd tell me what he needs to say, good, bad, or indifferent. There'd be no judging.
That's right.
And he's reliable. I could go to Adam for anything, and he'll help me out.
Bless.
So that's just, you're a true bro.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I try.
Hey, it's effortless for you, bro.
Now I feel like Tenacious wasn't good enough.
It's all good. I'll take Tenacious.
You know what I mean, though.
I know.
You're like the hardest working motherfucker I know.
I know what you mean, bro.
You're a little crazy. You should probably stop long enough to cut that hair, though.
I know it's bad.
At least get the neck.
I know it's bad. I know it's
bad. Like the rest of it not so bad. Like you just clean this shit up.
Yeah.
That's always the worst part when you have short hair.
Yeah.
Is that the neck gets grown in before everything else.
Fucking doing weird shit.
You're doing weird shit back there. You don't want that black man fucking like mullet.
I know. I gotta. I'll do something about it.
Has there ever been a black guy with a mullet?
I'm sure there has. Probably looks weird.
That would be fucking.
I don't get a mullet. My hair actually gets really curly down in the back.
Shit would be
looks
wild.
Weird. It looks weird.
Jerry curl, man. I'm telling you. Bring it back. At least for Halloween.
Hell yeah.
Alexa asks, and this is topical since the Canadian voting is coming up this next Monday.
Very soon.
I was unfortunately away for the early voting. I would have done it because I hate waiting in line the day of. When voting, do you vote for the party or the representative?
I would say I used to vote for the party. Mm-hmm. Now I vote for the representative.
Man, that's a hard question because in Canada, everyone toes the party line.
Yeah.
So even though you want to vote for the representative, at the end of the day, you got to understand that if the party says they don't want something to happen, that person is going to toe the party line every time.
100%. They have to, pretty much.
And that's the most annoying part about Canadian politics is that a lot of the stuff that some individuals when they're running for prime minister say that they want to get done, if the party at the end of the day when they get in decide that was basically just fuel to get a majority government or something along those lines, and now they're clawing that back. Nobody yet in our lifetime has had the balls to go against party line.
No.
It's not that they don't have the power. They just don't. It's like their career. They're thinking
they're scared,
longer.
Bro.
They're thinking their career, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So it's real difficult. Right now, for me, I'm voting this election. I'm voting for in a two-sided kind of thing here. I don't want the Conservatives. For both the party and Andrew Scheer is a complete fucking loony. As much as Trudeau is. Trudeau's lunacy is politically speaking more easily reversed than Andrew Scheer's lunacy. I want a minority government. Minority is always better in Canada. The way our system works, having a majority government is rarely a good thing. So I'm voting for minority. So I'm watching the polls and seeing if NDP can get up high enough to be a minority to, let's say, a liberal or even a conservative. I don't care who's in, as long as it's a minority government. So I'll be voting for minority.
All right.
Because I'll be honest with you, if I could take Elizabeth May, the leader of the Green Party, and make her the leader of almost any other party,
you'll do it.
I'd be voting for her because she's the most intelligent person up there, but also the only one who actually answers questions. You listen to all the debates, everyone else, it's like it's the classic. It's the I'm gonna ask you a question, you're gonna answer it in 3 words. It's a non-answer, and then they're going to use the rest of your time that you have in a debate to talk about some other shit that you just want to get out about, and that's it. Yeah. And then she actually answers the questions, which at this point is more important to me than a lot of shit. Henry asks, have either of you seen the show Canada's Worst Handyman or Canada's Worst Driver?
I did.
And if you have, what did you think of the shows? Also, where would a person from the U.S. Purchase a box set? I have no idea. I've never seen this box set. I've seen both.
I've seen those shows.
Yeah, so have I.
And they're scripted. There's no
Yes.
way in fuck they're real. I
Well, you know what?
bruh.
I'm gonna go with no. I'm gonna go with no because here's the thing.
It's either they find really.
Here's the thing. I want you to think about your group of friends and think about how many of them are subpar drivers.
I think they're actors.
Or are really bad handyman. I know some people who outright almost kill themselves trying to make a sandwich in the kitchen. And you're going to ask some of those people to build a bed frame and they can barely hold a hammer.
Well, you know what? The building one,
How
the
many guys
handyman
do you
one,
know?
I understand.
Yeah.
The driving one, dude, it's so over the top that like I can't visualize.
If I was going to choose one of those two to be more scripted, it'd be the driving one.
like
for
I
sure.
believe that they find some people, but then I also believe that they have actors that come in and act really bad at driving and shit. But I don't know. Either way, bro, both those shows suck.
They're rough.
They're fucking awful.
I liked watching the Worst Handyman one for a bit just because it is definitely a meme for sure. Like, because I know people that are like that. But at the same time, it's funny. And the Canada's Worst Driver, and the reason why I don't know how much it's scripted is probably partially like all reality TV, but it's scripted in that you're taking people who you already know are bad drivers, and I mean there are some
bad
fucking
and you're putting them in positions
awful. And
that
then you
are
go
like,
and then you put in positions that I would have a hard time.
some of those are pretty.
Like some crazy ass, like let's do some high speed shit where we're gonna pop out a fucking like styrofoam thing when you're 30 feet away from it, you're doing 80 kilometers an hour, and you need to do this like pit maneuver where you let go of the gas, make the correction, put the brake on, make the second correction, e-brake turn to stop yourself before hitting a child at the other end. And you're like, bitch,
Yeah.
you ain't doing that ever. You're
Yeah.
on the road. That car's getting fucked. That kid's dead. Everyone's fucking. Nobody's doing
Game
that shit.
over.
You're not a fucking stunt driver. The fuck is this? Like, just get to the parallel park and call it a fucking day. They're doing all this crazy shit. And then like the Canada's Worst Handyman is like a lot more reasonable. It's like people, and how many people do you know that have their houses now or are starting to get their houses, and they're the guys, the classic stereotype where like, don't worry, honey, I'm gonna do the reno, and that shit either A takes years,
Forever.
or B
It goes terribly wrong, and then they end up calling
and
someone
they
to
end up
come in and
calling
do
somebody
it.
anyway.
Yeah.
Like that's
I know a lot of those.
yeah, and so it doesn't like that's why that one's a less of a stretch for me for
Yeah,
sure. And
yeah.
then the challenges that they get them to do are practical. They're
Yeah.
not insane.
Yeah.
They're not asking them to plumb an entire house.
Yeah.
They're not asking them to, do fine cabinetry work.
Yeah.
They're just like, can you
Build
hang
this
a
box.
door? Can you build a bed frame? Or can you put some drywall up and not have it be dog shit? And you're like, that's reasonable. So yeah, both shows are whatever for me. Sometimes you get really funny shit because there are people who are really and truly oblivious, and it makes it more effective if you know somebody in reality that's
Yeah,
like it.
because then you picture your friend in that
That's
position.
them.
You're like,
oh, that's
fuck.
some funny shit,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. 8, 9, 10 for the Halloween meme asks, would you rather be not just to dress up, I guess in reality if it was possible, a werewolf or a vampire?
I'm gonna go with vampire
Yeah.
because you can turn into a bat.
Yep.
You live like very long time.
Apparently,
and definitely,
I think lore wise, you live longer than werewolves. Yes.
yeah. You suck people's blood.
You get to choose when you do the transforming as well. Where
That's it.
werewolves don't get that.
No, you
that
see the moon
opportunity.
and you're
Yeah.
done.
Downside, you don't see the sun. But in our line of in our profession anyway, we don't see the sun. So
And also, vampires are just kind of sexy too. Like there's this
They
like
are.
sexual like
they're all about sex. bro.
yeah. It's like they're very sexual,
Hypersexualized.
Yeah.
That's right.
So I'm down with that too, and I feel like
That's right.
like underground vampire societies would just be like a really cool thing. Like werewolves, you'd be out in the fucking woods and shit, or like it'd just be like it just wouldn't be as cool. I just think vampires just a sexier look.
It is.
Period. I think what it is werewolves are like a Ford Raptor, and then the vampires are like a Porsche. or Ferrari.
There you go.
It's like it depends on what type of lifestyle you're really into.
You're looking for.
Yeah, if you're into that fucking rough around the edges, gritty, you go the werewolf. If you're looking for more of an upscale, proper lifestyle, you go with the vampire. I'm going with the vampire.
And they all seem to be rich.
Yes.
I mean, you have a lot of time on your hands. You know, you can make it happen.
Yes, and they also got like a talk to them, like a very intellectual. There's something about a vampire.
Well, again, you live long enough. You would hope you were relatively intelligent.
I suppose, yeah, that makes sense
You
too.
got the time.
You've been around it long enough.
You got the time. Smash Bop asks, who would you like to see playing Batman opposite Joaquin's Joker? It's a great question. I've thought about it and I don't have an answer yet. Because you know it's going to be a more of an art house Batman and Robin, right?
Yeah.
So who in the fuck does that end up being?
Damn, I'd actually need time to think about this. I didn't even think about this. Are we now? How old is the Batman? I would suppose he's probably younger.
I would say
in his 20s,
given the age
30s.
of the Joker in this movie, that you know, if Bruce in that was like, you know, 9 years old or so, and it was another 20 years. I mean, the Joker looked like he was fucking 35. So the Joker's gonna be like retirement age by the time Batman.
Then it's gonna be a relatively young, or someone that could look relatively young. You know, honestly, like Robert Patterson is like.
I think that's a good choice.
Is like he's already playing Batman.
That's true.
I know that he's not going to be in with this,
but it would be a good choice.
But I think that would actually be a good choice in this type of universe.
Yeah, I could be there for it.
I'd also go with the dude that plays in Kingsman, Ejiofor, Taron. Let me see here, the Kingsman, and he also played Elton John as well. Taron Egerton. I'll show you a picture.
Oh, yeah. Show me a picture. I think I know. Yeah.
I think he'd be a decent Batman too because he's kind of got like that.
He's got the young look. He's got the square chin.
Yeah.
He's got a Batman look.
Yeah, I think like a young Batman.
Yeah, he looks like a young Batman.
Yeah, like look at that picture. Like that.
He's kind of short though.
Yeah, but you know,
you put him on a box like Tom Cruise.
I think he could play. I think he could play a young Batman, and in a series. I think he could play like a Batman in a comic booky one too. But I think you put him in there, and he's a good actor too. I think that'd be good. But I think the Robert Patterson, or Pattinson, or whatever you pronounce his name.
Yeah.
I think that's actually a really good fit for a younger looking Batman.
I mean, we were both on board when he was announced to be a Batman anyway. So yeah, I think it'd be good. Unfortunately, he's being cast somewhere else, but
yeah,
I'm down for that choice. Seth Robertson asks, "What video game would you consider to be a crime against humanity?" Crime against humanity. I'm gonna go with Fallout 76.
Dude, I hate to do it, man, but I'm with you on that.
I don't actually hate to do it.
Yeah,
that's just reality.
It's bad.
It's Fallout 76.
Yeah, bro. Stop the madness.
Other than that,
Fallout 76, bro. It's so bad.
I don't know.
Fallout 76.
Shit, dude.
That just takes the cake.
That's it. Fallout 76 is definitely it. Let's see. What do you guys use to maintain your beards? Trimmers, products?
I don't maintain. I
Jeff
let
lets
it grow
go until you can't stand it anymore.
Yeah, and then I just shave.
Yeah.
I barely ever line it up. Unless I go to the barber.
Well, you got lucky because yours is
mine just relatively just kind of does its own thing. Like I start to grow hair here and like under my chin.
Yeah.
But most of it just kind of still does its own.
Yeah, relatively low maintenance. I use two things. I have a trimmer that I use for like 2 or 3 weeks at a time, where I'm just keeping my line. You know, I'm doing my cheeks and my neck with the trimmer. I don't shave because unless I start using a safety razor, I get fucked up. My beard hair is so heavy that it just pulls hair out of my fucking neck. So use that, and then once and I'll trim like the wild hairs and shape my beard. And then once it gets all in all too long, then I've got a heavier duty trimmer that you would use for hair and stuff. I use a number 4 or number 5 blade, and I bring it all back to the same level.
Boom.
And that's all
That's
it is.
the show.
And then as far as products go, I do have to
Well,
use...
you said you said that last week. You use the
I have beard oil.
Yeah, I think you said last week you had a certain company that you were using.
Yeah, all of my stuff is Jack Black products.
That's it, Jack Black.
Yeah, so I've face moisturizer because I get horribly dry skin, and then after I started growing my beard, my skin under my beard gets crazy dry. So I have a moisturizer, and then I use beard oil to soften my beard because it's so heavy that you know when you're with the missus, you don't want the beard to be like sandpaper.
You don't want to be chafing like.
That's bad news,
especially when you're down there.
That's bad news bears.
It'll be a bad time.
You gotta keep it soft.
Got to keep it nice and fresh.
So I have a beard oil that doesn't use almond oil or anything like that. In case I come in contact with somebody who has a nut allergy. A lot of beard oils are almond oil based, so if you guys are out there with beards and you don't want to give somebody an anaphylactic shock, maybe get one that doesn't have that. And then scent-free beard oil. Don't be that guy.
Don't be that
I talked
dude.
about that before. Don't mix your scents up. Also, don't be the guy that has a body wash, hair wash, deodorant, and cologne that's all the same scent.
Don't do
because
that.
You're going to smell from like 700 feet out.
Don't do that.
People are going to smell you.
Yeah.
Until your woman is within like this range, this like almost kissing range, people shouldn't be smelling you that heavily. You don't need to project cologne 10 feet out. It's just not necessary.
I'm with you.
It's just not necessary. Let's see. And this is just an add-on. This isn't really a question, but you can do it if you want. But it's also from Nick, who said, "Hey Jeff, hit me up with the sound of a toddler whose father forgot that Technical Alpha has salty language in it and played it in the car ride on the way to daycare."
Fuck.
He said, "Thankfully, he didn't repeat any of the words, but I was terrified he was going to." Yeah, well,
That happens.
you know, we're just exposing your child to the realities of the real world.
Yes.
Early on.
Yeah. Why not?
Just gotta
Start them young.
That's right.
Start
as
'em
soon as they open their mouth and say "fuck," though,
Yep. Say that again. I dare you.
don't actually hit them because 2019. You can't do that shit.
No, I actually hit him.
Slap that ass.
I'll say, hey, bruh, do it again. I'm gonna smack the cuss right out of you.
So you think your ass is white now?
Now,
I'm gonna slap the rest of the black out of it.
listen, bruh. I used to get lickings when I was a
You
kid.
get tanned.
I used to get lickings. Now,
It worked.
Oh, damn right, it worked. I didn't fuck around.
And I wasn't scared of my parents. The shit's just uncomfortable.
Well, yeah, you get licked a couple times when you're young.
Yeah,
You just learn to not do that anymore.
that's it.
I think you need to put the fear of God in your kids anyway.
That's right.
You know, in an appropriate way, of course. You don't want to be
Yeah.
a fucking drill sergeant.
Exactly.
But they got to know you the alpha.
That's right.
And you pay these bills.
Consequences.
You eat that food. You going to abide by my rules or you dead,
That's right.
motherfucker. But daddy loves you.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all we got for this week's Technical Alpha podcast. It's been another beauty. Next week, because the RAM has finally arrived,
We will be.
I will be able to build computers, and barring a catastrophic event, which when building computers is always possible, we should be in that other room
Yes, sir.
and off to the races.
Yes, sir.
So thank you once again, guys. Patreon.com/LagTV to support us financially and help us keep this bad boy going and help pay for the room that we just spent a fortune on. And NordVPN, once again, thank you so much for supporting us here. We'll see you guys next week. Until we do, peace.